Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to College Hockey 26, episode number 3. I was saying 23, not quite yet. Episode number 3 of our series, our mini series here with the UConn Huskies. This episode entitled Graduation, as this might just be the finale of our mini series with the Huskies. Year 1, it was start of something new. Episode number 1 was going back to school. Episode number 2 was moving to next period. And now we're already here, years 4 and 5 in tonight's stream, as we'll be moving towards graduation. We're the number 1 ranked program in the country. We had great success last episode, but couldn't get that national championship. We fell short in the final, and now we'll try and make it all the way in years 4 and or 5, moving into what will probably be the final episode of this series, and then we'll see what happens after that. Hobbsy on board. Go Huskies. Gavin, good evening, y'all. Testing out the new jersey at the Saddle Dome tonight. The new Dustin Wolf jersey. Yes, go Flames and Huskies. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Gavin. Oh, that is so cool. Let people know about Data 782 if they ask about the jersey. So we can see the playoffs right here. Last year, will it show us? Yes. We lost against Penn State 7-3 in the final. That was brutal. We almost fell in the first game against 16 seed Sacred Heart, but we won 4-3. Then we beat the 15 seed Western Michigan, or was it 2 games, 8-2, or I forget. Then we beat the Wisconsin Badgers 4-1 in the semifinal, Final Four, and the national championship. We fell 7-3. So now moving into the offseason, we're still a strong team, but of course we're losing some players. Some are graduating. Some are, I wonder if we'll see anybody get drafted. But yeah, we'll have our new recruits coming in, and as it's not like NHL or MLB, it's like, okay, you did so well, now you return next season. Not necessarily. A lot of our best players are graduating, moving on. They won't be back next season. So we need to do our best to stay as competitive as possible. So let's start the offseason now, moving into what will be year number 4 in just a moment. UConn, Weston Sharp in the National Awards. Best Defenseman, Weston Sharp. That's awesome. 16 goals, 31 assists, 47 points from Weston Sharp, who is the Defenseman of the Year. Woo! Love that. All-American teams. Do I have to look closely? Oh, there. Weston Sharp also on the first All-American team. Awesome. Atlantic, no, we're looking for Hockey East. Goalie of the Year, Jacob Hampton. Yes, Landon Bright as right winger, Weston Sharp on defense, Hamilton as goaltender. So we have 3 All-Hockey East first-team players. Let's go. Hampton had 23 wins, 915 save percentage. Head coach of the year, too. Oh, I totally missed that. Coach of the year. Oh, UConn head coach. Yes, okay, just as head coach. Coach of the year, 25, 11, and 3. Cool. And that's it. All right. So let's get started on the offseason, seeing who's leaving, graduating. UConn won National Coach of the Year. Yeah, sorry, I missed that. Thank you. So we won National Coach of the Year as well. So lots of hardware, some of our first pieces of hardware since, what's his name, we first had when we started out in this series. What was the name of that guy? Odom, is that who it was? But now I'll just wait for this to process. 25, 11, and 3 was our record last year. So we're losing a lot of players, a lot of very good players. Landon Bright, 90 overall, All-American, gone. Watts, Sanchez, Joyner, Hampton, goalie of the year, gone. Franklin, Weeks, Matthew, or all 3 of our goalies graduating. Yikes. So there's a lot of work to do. That's why we saved the budget for the transfer portal as well. We do see growth, absolutely, very good. So a guy like Branson Gentry, yeah, he was one of our scouted individuals, 77-84. Eric Bond, 77-84. Lowered ceiling because of insufficient ice time. Trip Hickman, +2 boost because of staff stuff. Okay. Jonah Vaughn to 76. Alexander there. Oh, yes. Noah Guy. Good. Noah Guy moving into what will be the second year. 86 up to a 90 overall. Jacob Colton, 81. Brooks Stevens, 87. Fletcher, 84. Weston Sharp, now a 93 with a dominant season. Let's go. Cardenas to an 80. Clemens, 85. Daniel, 84. Wade to an 88 into his junior year. Henry to an 89. That's big. That is very, very big. So before we even do anything, and then we have, of course, our new commits coming. Paulie D. Paul Donovan's going to be coming in. But is he ready to take over right away? I don't think so. Our staff continues to grow. Also look at the offseason stuff that we can use money towards. So looking at the projected lineup here, we have 2 open spots at the moment. Looking at the projected lineup, if we say auto sets, yeah, so the first line, I would prefer Fletcher on that second line because of the chemistry. Gibbs and Henry on that top line makes a lot of sense, but is Fletcher a first liner? I'm not so sure. Wade, Stevens, yeah, someone, again, that left side is a little bit weaker. Bond. Gotta be careful with the overalls. Maybe a guy like Bond. Bond's an 84 and Clemens is an 85. Maybe you put him up here. Gets a +3. Clemens goes on the wing, maybe. Maybe you go Fletcher, 87. Something like this could be an idea of our lineup. And then at center here would be Bond, Cardenas, and Daniel. Maybe Cole. Then you got Hopkins, the freshman. More freshmen coming in. So then left wing, right wing. Yeah, not ideal. On defense, Pollard is still injured right now, but the lineup would be 93, 89, 91. Let's put them together here. Yeah, Guy and Sharp might have to play together. 96, 93. Conrad on that right side. Pollard to the bottom, maybe. Oh, there we have a lot of right side guys. Yeah, that's true. We drafted. I keep saying drafted. We scouted a lot of those guys. So a left wing would probably be a good idea. And of course, Pauly D is our future, but we need a starting goaltender. So starting goalie and a left wing. If we look at the portal, cross your fingers. Yes, Knox Bell. I remember Knox Bell. We tried to scout him. We tried to get him to come to UConn at one time. Knox Bell, it's because of location. He's from Vancouver, BC. So I don't think he'd want to come here. 89 overall with 90 potential. Joshua Smith is 89 with 89 potential. 5-4 last year. He wants more money. This can be an idea. Knox Bell or Joshua Smith. 92, 82, 79, 90, 92, 81. Yeah, you know what? Joshua Smith, I think, is the better one from St. Louis, Missouri. Played 9 games. Knox Bell had the better stats in his 4 appearances, though. Blockers, pads, 5-hole, 93, 93, 92 versus 86, 92, 89. But if Knox Bell is because of location, he's not going to want to go from Michigan to the East Coast. But what about his location? Location he wants to go home or location he wants to go further from home? I don't know. And Joshua Smith, it's the money. What do you think here, AGMs? Meanwhile, we're looking left wingers. Brian Lewis looks like the best one by far from Boston University. Same thing, location. Grinder with 94 potential. Could use that. Brian Lewis. So if we say Brian Lewis, no, he won't be first line. You think Smith? We could say top 6. I would even say top 9. No, top 6. What am I saying? Top 6. And he wants $51,000. I'll give you $55,000. Smith is probably easier to get. All right, so $55,000 for Brian Lewis. And Joshua Smith will offer you starter and same thing. $55,000. So let's see what they say here. Joshua Smith and Brian Lewis. If we get these 2 big fish, that would be fantastic. There's even Zane Castro as a goalie. Micah Sanders as a left D would also be interesting. Not gonna lie, this is my favorite game. I'm glad you like it, David. That is cool. Then we can highlight as much as we can from it for you. Some 3-star recruits are still out here. Okay. Anyone we want to cut even as well? I don't think so. We like our team. So just those 2 spots. So, and then even the facilities. This and HLM. Yeah, fair enough. We have 17.7 million. All right, time to update the arena here. Plus 3,000 seats, restaurants and bars. Let's go from Pro Style Arena to Elite Palace. It'll cost 10 million though. Locker room, plus 25% interest. That'll be a major recruiting tool. That's good. Costs 5 million. Appeal will go up. Impact times XP. 4 million. Anti-gravity stuff. Mental XP. Stamina. Negative 30% injury risk would be helpful. Plus 15% momentum. For 500K, we can do that. 500K boost spirit. We could do that. Then what do we want to do? Any add-ons here? Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Massive recovery boost after games. Okay, hydrotherapy tubs are in. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. But you know what? I think we're going to do construction on the arena for 10 million. And then with 5 million left, value academics. Yeah, some of our guys love academics. Flamecraft, welcome on board, buddy. Let's do academics. And that leaves us still multiplier to facility improvement recruits. Drastically reduces injury duration. Cryotherapy might be helpful. Player lounge. Appeal goes up. Locker room. That's for next year. Oh, we just missed it by like 42K. I don't want to blow all of our money here, but those are some good additions we just did. Manager. Yeah, next would be Hockey Cathedral. Cryotherapy injury, multiplier to facility appeal for recruits. I'd rather just do times 1.75 for 1.2 million instead. Nap pods, zero gravity chairs, premium aesthetics. Sure. Get the nap pods. All right, 3.7 million left. Let's go from here. We'll see what we can do moving into year 5 after this season. And finally, anything with the staff we want to do? Strength and conditioning. Maybe impact report. Let's see. We got to this has to be better. This has to be better. Injury prevention. And this guy's, it's already pretty high on Sean Velasquez. But strength and conditioning, 5461. 5461. 5461. This guy's better in both. Tate Wilder. Welcome aboard. All right. I'm not sure what went up, but that's good. Skater development is pretty high as well. Special teams is just the injury prevention. Athletic performance, goalie technique. Maybe the goalie coach. The mental is already pretty good. 69, 86, 84. Let's see. 69, 86, 84. Is anyone better? 69, 86, 84. No. I need someone who's good in development. No, I need someone who's good in development. 81, 88, 86. Braden Bean. 105K. Well worth it. All right. Big upgrades there. Impact report. Okay. Goalie technique went up a little bit, I think. That injury prevention. Hard to make it really get any better than that, it sounds like. Assistant coach could be a bit better. One of these. Yeah, let's get a bit of a better assistant coach as well. Isaiah Wallace. Sort by salary. Yeah, let's hire one of these guys, you know. They also have recovery? Oh, that's recruiting. Development 55. Who's good at development and good at everything else as well? Milan Krejci. Defense, offense, development. Let's say I hired this guy. Now tactics are 54. I see. We need someone better at tactics as well. Defense, offense, and tactics. Defense, offense, and tactics. Maybe 73. Dominic Medina. Let's try him. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, that's it for the staff. Increases interest. Okay, so the total salary goes up, as it should for the #1 ranked program in the country right now. And now we can advance a week. All right, advance week. Let's see what we got. I don't think it gives you anything special if they sign on. So yeah, roster's full. They are on board. Welcome. Sorting by overall. Welcome Joshua Smith, who comes over from, I forget where he was. And that left wing grinder. Where was he? Trip Hickman. No, that's not him. Brian Lewis. With 94 potential. All right, 94 potential grinder. That's it. That's all we got to do. That's all we had to do here. So we say goodbye to a lot of these great players. Thank you for your service. Good luck in the rest of your life, career, whatever it might be. Staff status guy was -1. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Keep on advancing. New scouts coming in. Donovan, Foley, those 2 5-star guys. Foley's already high up there, right? Foley into his first year just got scouted. He's already an 83. Just got picked up. Cool. All right. And start new season. Here we go. For year #4, I wonder what our status or our prestige is going to be now, because the game was telling us, stick to 4-star guys, but we've gotten a few 5-stars. We're the #1 team. We should definitely have an edge there. Lovely signings in the portal. Yeah, 2 big ones. And Paulie D gets to stay as backup goalie. Paul Donovan, the future with his 99 potential. Paulie D. Always takes a little bit to get the season started. Creating new season. Yeah, Gentry had big growth, 77 to 84. Noah Guy. That's probably the top player. Even though they're both left side guys, I think Guy and what's his name on defense have to be together. Guy and Sharp. Yeah, we'll see. We'll wait for everyone to get healthy. And we'll see how overalls look with chemistry and whatnot. Once this season is created. So we'll be live again on Friday. There'll be 2 uploads for you on Friday. Friday morning, you'll get Red Wings playoffs. And then Friday evening, you'll get Bruins off-season live stream. So 2 pieces of content coming your way on Friday. All right, here we go. Prestige jumps from 72 to 82. That is amazing. And we are, yes, indeed, the number 1 ranked what's the word I'm looking for? Program in the country. Looking at the lines to start the year, if we say auto set the lines, let's get started. So Lewis, 89 overall. What's the synergy guide for a grinder again? Grinder, sniper power. So power, grinder, two-way are seen as the same with a playmaker and a sniper. That gives it a +3. So Lewis, who's really an 86, gets bumped to an 89. But we did also see that if we put, who's the other power forward we could put here? Bond would also be helpful there, right? Let's break this down. So then Fletcher, Wade, Stevens. Just want to see what their base overalls are. Cole, Cardenas, these guys are both juniors, yes. Sniper, Daniel, 84. And that's going, yeah, Daniel on the second line gives 91 and 90 to Stevens. Sniper, two-way playmaker. Yeah. Bond, 87 up here, though, power forward. We could put Wade. Wade goes 91, 92, 91. Bond would be 87, 92, 91. So, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Wade, Henry, Sniper. Sorry, Wade, Henry, Gibbs. 91, 92, 91. Second line +3. Right wing, center, right wing. 87, 87, 90. If we put Lewis, it's a +1 instead. Fletcher's a +1, but Daniel's a +3. So I do think Lewis has to play third line, unfortunately, as an 88. With Fletcher there. Center can be Clemens, yeah, with a +1. Then Cardenas, Cole, and Hickman as the fourth line. Does it tell me anything about their face-offs? I don't think so, eh? No, so none of the guys are centermen. That's the unfortunate part. Hickman would be the odd man out if we brought in a centerman, and we don't have any. It's all wingers that we have here. Hopkins is a freshman. Yeah, all these guys freshmen. Hard to find ice time for them, really, if I'm being honest. Then on the defense, Sharp and Guy together go 96, 93 with the +3. Second pair, they're all two-way D, defensive D. 2 defensive D together makes it a +1. Gentry and Pollard, but Conrad's got to play second pair. Conrad, yeah, nothing changes there. So we'll go Conrad, Pollard, and then Foley, Gentry, with Smith starting and Donovan backing up. All right, there's the lineup at even strength. Power play will let the game do what it wants. Now let's go to strategy. So conservative system. Maybe want to go a little bit more into the attacking side this season. I don't know. Behind the net was a fit. 2-1-2 aggressive is a risk, but all of them are a risk. 5 back is a fit, but still risky. 1-3-1 versus box. Stretch the zone is a bit more assertive and still a fit, but not as much of a fit as 5 back. Or is it just the colors? No, I don't think so. Defensive zone hybrid is the fit. 1-3-1 trap is more of a defensive fit. No, we'll stay like that. And we'll see where things go over the course of the season. Recruiting we'll get to soon. Now we're looking at 4 and 5 star talent. Very good. This guy's from Gatineau. Ace Buchanan. Yeah, definitely from Gatineau of Quebec. Anchorage, Alaska. Look at these guys. Who's the best person in state? Patrick Austin. Only 1 4-star recruit that's local. Patrick Austin. Okay. Anyways, we'll come back to that. Finance, we're set. Staff, we're set. Facilities looking good. Alumni. So Landon Bright was a 6th round pick. Whoa, let's go. Matthew Orr and Jacob Hamilton were both undrafted free agents. So our goalie of the year got signed by Vancouver. Matthew Orr got signed by Minnesota. Benjamin Odom, we already knew he got drafted by Dallas in the 7th round 2 years ago. But last year, Landon Bright was a 6th round pick, the highest in data program history, going to New York. Islanders, Rangers, we don't know. But Landon Bright, a 6th round pick. So our All-Americans getting some love. That is really cool. The rest retired. Schedule, standings, tournaments. Looking at the media center here, polls are number 1. So season preview. UConn at number 3 for the preseason top 25. The elite 50 players. Weston Sharp is the 4th best. Let's go. Freshman 15 rookies to watch. Roger Foley is number 4. And future stars, yeah, that's coming up there. History. League history is going to show us, yeah. So Penn State winning last year against UConn, runners up. Program records. Oh, this is cool. I haven't looked at this. So Landon Bright, all-time, 107 points in 109 games. Gibbs had 79 points in 75 games. Awards. Just looking at, no, that shows you everything. So it shows you the history of all the awards. Head-to-head records, team history, career leaders. That's really cool. So lost in regional semis in year 1, lost in regional semis in year 2, national runner-up in year 3. Now here we go for year 4. Dynasty board. That is awesome. Shout out to Coastal Summit Studios. Okay, so now to recruiting. I don't know how much we still want to go heavy on recruiting in year 4, moving into year 5. Probably. I don't know. It's not guaranteed that the series will be over after this. We need some centermen, a winger, some left side D would be great as well. So let's get started on the in-state people, no matter who they are. Patrick Austin, let's just see what his potential is. 87 potential as a, I don't even know what his position is, as a right D. Pretty much the only position we don't need. But yeah, we'll give him the phone call, say how are you anyways. Just to get already 42% interest, just like that. Okay. Let's see. Hendricks Mercer. 83 potential. Okay, let's not go. Wait, 253. I just wasted scouting hours. My bad. Next, regional. Who's regional? Nash Beach. All right, here's a 5-star. Again, right D, though. Do I want to use my time on a right D? No, I don't. I'm going to go to Mark Dale, the left D. Mark Dale, how are you, buddy? 96 potential. Let me go knock on your door. And he is starstruck, blah, blah. Okay. So Mark Dale will be scouted further. Very good. Hendricks Mercer, we said not so much. And that's it. No, national board, not recommended. I want to see everybody. Okay, so that was everybody for there. Nash Beach, Mark Dale, Brian Phelps. There are a couple of 4-stars. So Brian Phelps, a centerman. Let's see. 99 potential Brian Phelps. Wee-oo. Put him number 1 in your rankings right now. Party animal loves. Okay, great. Even the phone call on the way home. Brian Phelps is our number 1 target right now. Keith Skinner, no more scouting hours left. We do have recruiting hours. Left D, may as well just give him a phone call for fun. Okay. That's a regional. Next, national. There's Sutton Buchanan. The 2 Buchanan brothers are 1 and 2. I didn't notice that. Cross country. He's over in Alaska. That's a bit too far for Sutton Buchanan. Plus, he's a right D. Dax Christensen, though, a left winger. Let's pin these guys. A center, Caleb Gallagher. Need a right wing. Need 1. Griffin Francis, okay. Melina, we can do that. Goalies were actually okay. Yeah, we got to go after Phelps for sure. Christensen would give him the home visit. And that's it. We can receive far people due to prestige. Yes, we can, just that it uses more hours. But you are correct. All right, so let's kick off the season here, ladies and gentlemen. Recruiting hours, scouting hours, good. Looking percentages, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, Phelps is our number 1. Even Patrick Austin would be probably easy enough to get if we really wanted him. And let's start it against Lindenwood for game 1 of year 4. I was going to say these are not our rankings. Yeah, they're the 52nd ranked team to start the year. Here we go. Times 8 speed on the road for game 1 of year 4. Lindenwood opens up the scoring. That's crazy. 1-0. We can't get anything past this goalie. Don't tell me we're going to start the season like this. Oh, 2-1. Hold on late in the third. And we lose 2-1. Season opener against the 52nd ranked team. We lose 2-1. Prestige 49. And next up, North Dakota Prestige 99 coming up. That is fantastic. What's wrong with the lines? And now Wade is injured. Didn't want to tell me that? All right, Wade is injured now. Beautiful. Okay. Hey, let's go, Jacob. The UConn day today has been... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jacob. Let's try and get our mind off it as much as possible with a fun stream. You with me? Let's put Daniel up, Lewis up, Cardenas out, something like that. I don't even know how long he's out for. Injuries, upper body for 2 weeks. Great. All right, second game of the season. After an embarrassing start against Lindenwood, the 52nd ranked program. 2-0 UConn right out of the gate. Yeah, playing angry. There you go. There's Daniel and Stevens. 3-0. Henry from Sharp. Did I miss much, or season just... Yeah, just closing off the offseason. So the offseason itself, we got it. We brought in 2 players, a left-wing grinder and a goaltender in the portal, and that's about it. Now we just started the recruiting, and this is the beginning of year 4. All right, so at least we got that win back. 5-0 against Lindenwood. Thank goodness. And 1-1 is the record after our first week. Prestige is up to 82 as well. Okay, 1-1. Ranked 37 in the country now. Makes sense. All right, let's go. So Patrick Austin, Mark Dale. Let's start with our targets. Our targets, we know that we really want Brian Phelps, 99 potential centerman, regional. Let's not leave it to chance. Okay, other teams are getting in here already. So, and what does he like? Party animal, loves campus life. Okay, and by the way, the budget up to 264 million now. Home visit gets it to 34. That's good. Phone call, text home from the airport. Now, do we invite him? Is he going to make a balanced standard recruitment timeline? We haven't invited anybody yet. Do we invite to go see North Dakota? That's going to be a tough game. The result, opponent strength, and atmosphere will impact their interest. We haven't tried it before, so you know what? Let's try it. We'll invite him to the game against Niagara on October 26th. Okay? Visit scheduled. Recruit will attend the game. Okay? Took 40 hours. We can't recruit anymore, but we can still scout. Okay, so Dax Christensen. Are we interested in Dax? 87 potential. Not that much. Sterling Wilder. 97 potential. Might be interesting. Caleb Gallagher. Guys, these guys are so far. 87 potential. Caleb Gallagher. No, I'm not going to bother. Griffin Francis were out of hours. And that's it. There's our week. That was a waste of a week, but we're trying to get the 99 potential guy, so it'll be worth it. All right, here we go. 2 huge games against North Dakota. We didn't invite him for those games because I'm not so sure about it against the 99 prestige North Dakota squad. Here we go. First period, 1-0, 2-0 UConn right away. 2-1 North Dakota answers back. We had goals from Bond, and actually Bond scored twice, and now we're down 3-2. Tying the game is Noah Guy, 3-3. Fourth goal there, 4-4 though, 5-4 late, and it's a winner from Hickman. Big win, 5-4, gritty win. Let's go. All right, 5-4, and then we'll advance through. Patrick Austin, Mark Dale. Oh, let's go back. Noah Guy, my goat. Fourth liner, Hickman. Love it. Up next is Harvard. Okay, so Wade is back. Hopkins will come out. Back to first line, back to second line, third line. Yeah. 3 plus 1. Okay, save lines. Recruiting. We won't do anything. So Dax Christensen, 87 overall. I'm not too interested right now. Sterling Wilder, 97. Yes, but you are far, and other teams are already getting a jump on us. So let's make sure we know that we want to go after you. Callan Molina, he's far. It's not that far. We're going to scout him. Molina, 95 potential. Tempting. Mark Dale, 96 potential. Yes, we want him. Brian Phelps, yes, we want him too. Other teams are pulling away. I mean, we can still keep talking to him while we have that visit. Just, hey, checking in, going to see you. Ding dong. Don't forget the game that you're coming to next week. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. Okay, good. Keith Skinner. Oh, I clicked it 120 times. But 93 potential. Yeah, Keith Skinner would be interesting. Left D. Yeah, we'll give him the phone call. Already at 80% interest from Providence, though. That's not good. Keith Skinner. Patrick Austin, 4-star guy. Yeah, we want to let him know that we're interested. Just it's sad that it would be easy to get him, but he's a right D. We don't need a right D, but it would be easy to get him. So give him the home visit plus 21 up to 63%. He really wants to go to UConn, but only 87 potential as well. He's not that great. I don't know if I'm really down for Patrick Austin. Just because we can get him doesn't mean we should get him. Back to the national board, back to in-state, back to 5-star only, none. Regional, Nash. Yeah, we started looking at Nash. But he's what? He's a right D. Again, these right Ds. I don't want to waste time on a right D. Mark Dale. Did I already do home visit on him? I don't know. Up to 35. And the phone call. Up to number 1 now, 44. Yeah, I'm really interested in Mark Dale, I have to say. Dax Christensen, not that interested. Sterling Wilder, the left winger. He's just far. That's the sad part. He's not that interested. Caleb Gallagher, 87 potential. Griffin Francis, too far for him to be that interested. Dylan McKay, no. Thompson, cross country. That would take a lot of hours to scout him. Barrett Hendricks from Las Vegas, Nevada. 5-star right winger. Okay. He has 98 potential. Give him the phone call. Hendricks, let's go. All right, those are the 5 stars. 4 stars. In-state. Regional. Bronson Sears. We didn't scout him yet. Okay, so these guys could be interesting. Bronson, Gonzalez, also. Yeah, all these guys could be interesting. Right D, I won't. Goalie, I won't. But center, left wing, yeah. Pin all these guys so we can go back and look at them when we have more hours to spend. So back to my targets now. My targets, all stars, all regions. Sterling Wilder, he's far. He's not as interested. 97 potential is super tempting, though. Was there a dude named Crosby, or am I seeing things? I don't know. I could be. I wasn't looking on that side. Noah Olson. I mean, if he's better, we'll go after him. And scouting, Melina 95. Give him the phone call already. Hendricks, do we give him the phone call? I don't know. Give him the phone call. I think I pressed too many times. I'm not sure. And Keith Skinner, give him a text. Let him know we're thinking about him, then send him a funny meme after that. Okay, that's it for this week. Next up, 2 games coming up against Harvard, advancing the week through here. Yale is 4-0 right now. So is Lake Superior State. All right, we are 2-2 now with a 3-3 record. We split those games. Ranked 27. Come on, this is ridiculous, boys. Let's go. Niagara coming up. We have to impress Brian Phelps. Okay, recruiting. My targets. So Wilder is far. Francis is far. Melina is far. Mark Dale we can get. We can get Mark Dale. 96 potential. We can get Mark Dale. Home visit gets him to 57. Phone call gets him to 66. Yeah, we're going to leave Mark Dale there. Good. I'm confident in Mark Dale. Barrett Hendricks, 98 potential. Cross country, but still interested. Home visit would take 20 hours. How much do we want Barrett Hendricks for that right side? That would be good. Barrett Hendricks. What's his player type? Grinder. I don't think Grinders. Has that recruiting page always been on the dashboard? No. I think since last episode, yes, but not since the first episode. Hendricks does look good, but another grinder. And 20 hours for a home visit. Give him a phone call. Give him the phone call. 27%. Yeah, he prefers the texts. There you go. Love the conversation. Next, Brian Phelps, 99 potential. We're waiting on him. While we're waiting for the invite to do something, could you pop that last scout on Hendricks and see if he's generational? Sure. Let's home visit again to 76. Hendricks. Let's see, that's kind of so. Where would you see that if he is generational? Is it only if it's 99? I don't know. Or Phelps? Yeah, Phelps would be the one probably to see it. There he is, generational talent, Brian Phelps. We know we need Brian Phelps. You know what? Forget the invite. I don't want to chance this. What if we just text him and then the visit is 36 hours? Oh, we only have 21 hours left. Yeah, we need Phelps. We need Phelps. Patrick Austin on that right side. I don't know. All right, let's use our scouting hours to learn more about these other guys that I pinned last week. 88 Bronson Sears, maybe. Callan Gonzalez, 87, maybe. Nash Olson. I clicked it too many times. 91. Yeah, that's interesting. Hit him with the home visit and then the phone call on the way home. Bronson Bauer. Local. Okay. All right, so those are all of our hours. I think we invited him to the first game here against Niagara on the 26th. If this year once again comes up short, I don't see any reason a generational center coming in next year doesn't get it done. Let's do it. Times 8 here at home. Quick goal from Cardenas on the fourth line. 2-0 now. Pollard from Sharp and Daniel. 3-0. Wade. 4-0. Daniel. Let's go. Let's show Phelps what he'd be getting here in UConn. 5-1 the final. Huge win. Great dominating win. And Brian Phelps plus 50, now at 98%. Result plus 5, atmosphere plus 5. Come on, let's get him. We're almost there. Recruiting, Brian Phelps, where are you? Brian Phelps, don't go anywhere, man. Don't go anywhere else. 88, 87, 86. Come on, you know that UConn's for you. UConn is for you, my friend. We'll advance the week. So we're 4-3. Please show me 5-3 now. Phillips and Dale are the two guys we definitely got to be getting here. And Foley separated shoulder out for 4 weeks. Brian, we beg. We beg. All right, there he is. Brian Phelps is still out here. Let's finish it up here against the Lake Superior State. I don't know how they have that record. We're 5-3. Good. Let's close them out. Send in the closer. Brian Phelps, a 4-star talent who is a generational guy. Let's text him and say, good night. Welcome to UConn. Brian Phelps, the future of the program. Welcome to the family. That is a huge get for us. Now, we also think that we can close out Mark Dale. Yeah, that's huge for the program. Mark Dale, we could close him out here. Home visit gets it to 79. Maybe next week. Next week we can close him out. Let's send him the text, 86, and then we'll close him out next week. All right, Mark Dale, next week we close him out with 96 potential. Now, who else can we get in our target? So Griffin Francis. I mean, it says far. Not too far, but far. Melina also far. Dale, we're going to close out. Hendricks, we would love Hendricks, 98 potential. Cross country. But Minnesota Duluth is about to get him with 99%. We have to come in out of nowhere. We have 34% interest, but we have to send him a ton of money. I mean, maybe a ton of money gets it done. But he's a grind. I don't know. Bronson Sears, 88 potential. Gonzalez had 87 potential. Yeah, good class here. Noah Olson, 91 potential we saw as a left winger. 89. St. Cloud State wants him. I'll give him the home visit. Up to 43. Nash Olson. Clay Wilcox. In 93 potential for Clay Wilcox. It might be even a better left winger than Noah Olson. Other teams still interested, though. Home visit. What is he like? Detailed calls. All right. Clay Wilcox at 21%. Dorian McCarty. 91 potential. Yeah, this is a crazy class. Michigan State is interested. Give him the phone call. Get him to 9%. Isaac Chang. 88 potential. Isaac Chang. Daniel Fitzpatrick. He's local. 87 potential. Man, we're going to get some good players here for sure. And let's use the last few recruiting hours on Hendricks might be a waste at this point. Let's go with Clay Wilcox. Phone call and text, get him to 35%. All right. Back to the dashboard. Going against one of the best teams in the country right now. Oh, and our lineup is no good because we have our third pair Ds out. So that allows one of our freshmen. So we bring in Clemens or Alexander, the sophomore. They're both defensive Ds. When do we draft? Jordan Alexander. Yes, 85 potential Jordan Alexander. Or do we put in Clemens with Riggs Clemens with his 91 potential? Yes. Yeah, good shot or something crazy. That you're exactly right. Or maybe it was just his potentially, remember. But yes, Riggs Clemens will come in. Probably -1. Why? Two-way forward. Wow. We'll survive. All right, here we go. I already fixed my lines. Here we go against Lake Superior State, who are 6-2. They're ranked 16. Yes, we do have two Clemens. Riggs Clemens and the forward Clemens. Here we go against the Lakers. First period against Lake Superior State. Killed off. Lake Superior State Lakers. That's funny. Second period, still no scoring through 40 minutes. Third period now. First goal might be the winner. Who's going to get it? Power plays on both sides. UConn gets the first and the second. Daniel and Cole. Big 2-0 win for UConn. Riggs Clemens. Awesome name. Yes, it is. So after a shaky start, 2-2, we now find ourselves with a 6-3 record. Very nice. And now Sharp is injured. Why is it not telling me the injuries? Now Sharp is injured. Shoulder for 4 weeks. Our best the best player on this team out for 4 weeks. Oh my goodness. That means Guy will go here. Pollard will go here. Gentry will go here. And the 2 young guys will go here. That's that. Smelly Wrestling Geek. I really hope HLM adds tactics like this game has. Agreed. That would be great. Lake Superior did put up a fight. Yeah, both games could benefit from each other. Agreed. All right. Let's get to the end of the week. 6-3. Let's see a nice 7-3. Let's see it here. Mild hernia for me. What's with the injuries? We updated. We got better health. What's it called? Facilities. We upgraded our facilities. We upgraded our coach. 6-3-1 is the record. Yet we keep getting all these injuries. We have almost no defensemen. We have no defensemen left. So we have to put a forward on defense. That's what we have to do now? That's crazy. All right, recruiting. Let's finish off Mark Dale. Mark, buddy, get in here. Mark, do we hit him with the official visit? Let me see this here. Just yes, I just got a comment on the video. All right, Mark Dale. Yeah, let's close him out. Official visit. We might, maybe a phone call. Let's see if we can save the hours. Home visit to close it out. 99. But at least I'll use 16 hours instead of 36. Mark Dale, welcome to UConn. These guys are faking injuries for attention. Agreed. This is ridiculous. Mark Dale, welcome to the family. Another UConn commit. And we save some hours as well. That's great. So we get a 5-star and a generational 4-star. So that fills lefty and center. So still need another centerman, right winger, and defenseman. Let's see. So let's look at the centers who we have targeted. It's just Molina and McCarty right now. Molina's about to go to Minnesota probably. And McCarty, we still have some hope. Now he can play right away. If I hope. Could he just play right away? If only. Did I get anyone pinned from the right wing? Yeah, Daniel Fitzpatrick, 87 potential, and Cameron Lucas, who has 99 potential. Cameron Lucas, yet another, no, not generational, but 99 potential. Cameron Lucas, a grinder with 99 potential. I mean, hard to say no to that, but Boston University is close to getting him. I don't know. He's local. Do we have the advantage by that? I don't know. That's tough. It's going to be tough to get Cameron Lucas. It's probably too late to get him now. That's crazy. And on left D, Bronson Sears. A waste of another scout. Still catching up. A great pickup with the generational talent. Thank you, Joseph. Zion Rodriguez. 87 potential. Offensive defenseman. That could be interesting. But UMass is pulling away already. Home visit with Zion Rodriguez. Okay, let's go back to all positions, all stars, all regions. The best guys available. If you look at all centermen who are out here on the national board, number 8, Hans Richter, too far. Caleb Gallagher, cross country, but not too far. Michigan State hasn't pulled away. Actually, yeah, I didn't want to scout him. We already see his 87. Riker Boone. Let's learn about him. Riker Boone has 98 potential. Oh, 98 potential sniper. Home visit. Riker Boone would be fantastic from Ottawa, Ontario. Molina would be the follow-up, but I don't know. Riddle, too far. Compton. Start getting him scouted. Sheesh, man. Crazy class. William Duke. About to go to Western Michigan or Bowling Green, so never mind. Thomas Garrison. Thomas Garrison could be interesting. 3-star guy. All right. Advancing another week. Here against Boston College. Big game coming up against Boston College. We are 6-3-1 behind Boston College. The top 2 teams in Hockey East going at it. 2 huge wins. 8-3-1. Propelling ourselves to number 1 in the Hockey East standings. And now the second-ranked program. Again, I can't get that word out of my mouth. Second-ranked program in the country. Awesome. All right, back to recruiting. Riker Boone would be the top guy that we want with his 98 potential. Other teams are starting to pull away more and more. So, home visit. What do you prefer? Starstruck. I want to invite him, but we have nothing to invite him for. Sorry to interrupt. No problem from Bronco, but 2 quick questions. Can you edit prospects, names, etc.? Also, when you downloaded your custom roster, did you have to reset every school's location? I don't know if they fixed that, but yes, we did have to set every school location when we did that. And I can edit prospect names. I don't think you can. I think you'd have to create your own prospects, and you can add them to future draft classes. You can create and add a name and add them to the future draft class. But I don't think you can change the name of a prospect who already exists. Okay, so Riker Boone. Did I do anything on Riker Boone? No, I didn't. Might have to offer him some money here. I think it might be worth it. Home visit to 44. Repetition. Oh, did I already? Hey, my goodness. 53. And then maybe we offer him 64,991. What does he think about that offer? Up to 69%. 64,991. Let's add an extra 10,000. Gets it up to 71%. Okay. I think it's worth spending that money. Let's wait and see from Riker Boone from here. If he's still out there next week, then we go after him. I bought the game last week and was playing around with it. Oh, that's awesome, Wild Bronco. Happy to hear. Molina, we'll come back on Molina. We'll circle back on him, but he's far, sadly. Nash Olson. We got our left winger already. So I don't know if we should use ours on him. Dorian McCarty is our backup, but Bentley's about to get him. Daniel Fitzpatrick. Zion Rodriguez. Yeah. Just curious, this cheating heel. We have 82 prestige. How much prestige do teams like Boston University or Michigan have? Trying to understand the gap between us and top programs. I believe they're in the high 90s. Yeah, because we saw North Dakota. Was North Dakota? Someone had 99 prestige earlier. Okay. Anyone else in our targets who we haven't learned a lot about, like Thomas Garrison? Were we interested in Thomas Garrison? 80 potential? No. Cameron Lucas with his 99 potential. Yes, Cameron Lucas, but another guy's going to be hard to get. Home visit gets to 41. Phone call, coach, facilities up to 57th percentile, 57th percent. I wonder if 40,000 would do anything for him. Gets up to 82. Don't want to spend too much money, but let's send him that for now. Okay. Daniel Fitzpatrick, I'm not too interested in. Back to right wingers. Yeah, we'll wait and see if we get Lucas. And do we want... Who's the only defenseman? Is it only Zion Rodriguez who we're interested in? Who Army West Point is about to get? National board, all left D, all in-state, nobody. All regional. Zion's the 4-star. After that, it becomes 3-star, guys. 80 potential. 85 potential, Joe Delaney. Hold on. National, Matthew Russo. Far, Ezekiel LeBlanc. 80 potential, waste. Tiff, if you give a call before scouting, get 50%. Yes, this can occasionally waste recruiting hours, but saves on scouting hours. I like to use it for high-cost scouting targets. Well said, Joseph. Yeah, that's a good thing to note. Thank you for saying so. 10 recruiting hours left. Another phone call then. 2 more phone calls. I don't know what to say. I wish there was other buttons we could press. Okay, let's advance another week. So we're definitely in on Boone and Lucas. If not, we have to shift. 2 games here against Providence with an 8-3-1 record. 2 games against Providence, and we go 8-5, and we lose both, falling to 8th rank. That's brutal. We lose. No, we lose. What's his name? Who we had number 1, but Cameron Lucas is still out there. Man. How do you guys get 10 recruits to Boston University? Then other players go to the transfer portal. All right. Let's get Cameron Lucas, though. We can get him for sure. Official visit. Yeah, let's seal the deal. And we're giving him 40,000. That's not a lot at all. Cameron Lucas, welcome to UConn. Let's go. Welcome to UConn. Another big recruit. So we have 1 5-star and 2 4-stars filling our needs. So we're good for right wingers. We're good for goalies. We would need still a defenseman and a centerman. A defenseman and a centerman. I have a bunch of riches at this point. I guess that's why so many drop. Okay, so Caleb Gallagher, 87 potential. He said no. Richter is too far, but maybe we make it happen. 98 potential. Hans Richter. Hans. Give him the phone call. No, he's not that interested. Don't call us, we'll call you type of thing. Thomas Garrison at 80. Kevin Hopper had whatever. No, we need a better centerman. All right, we got to go heavy on Hans Richter then. Gallagher's out here too, but Hans Richter. All right, we're flying out to see you, Hans. Home visit. +7. That's it. 17 hours. It's a +7. All right, so I'm giving you 64,991. Goes from 23% to 35%. All right, let's make it 74,991. Goes up 1 more percent. Okay, so Hans Richter is not happening. There's no other centerman out here. No 4-star centerman at all. We got to find a diamond here. 80 potential. Let's start with in-state. Nobody. Regional. Garrison, 80. Shields. Jordan Shields, 76. Ryder, is it Cook? How do they pronounce that? 80. Ezra Hobbs. You know him, Hobbsy? No. Pin the rest of these guys. Gotta get a transfer center. I guess we'll have to do that. Yeah, fine. Generational levels of greed from Hans Richter. All right, that's what we'll do. Then recruiting hours. What do we still need? We said a defenseman. Left defense would be preferable. All regions, 5-star. Brooks Price, number 4. Brooks Price. I mean, phone call gets 50%. Yeah, there you go. That's a good usage for guys who are far away. Brooks Price, we learned a bit about him. Ronan Edwards, learned a little bit about him. 4-star. Henry Wilkinson. Text. And Jose Rivas. Okay. We're almost done recruiting for the year at this point. We're not going to do more than we have to do. Against UMass Lowell. They're 6-8. We're 8-5-1. We need a couple of big wins after a horrible weekend. Hans was like 70K for 12%. That's insane. This is like Shark Tank here. So Roger Foley, Weston Sharp are both healthy, and we're 10-5-1, and we're back to the top 5. That is huge. All right, let's get back in here. Recruiting, then lineup. So Brooks Price. Let's start with the centerman. What's his name is not going to be coming to here. Hans Richter with 36% from Switzerland. That's why. Gallagher, we'll probably just have to transfer somebody. Let's not use all of our time on him. Ezra Hobbs. Anyone interesting here? As 72. Why did I click it twice? Burton, 79. Dougherty, 77. Holman, 79. And Sampson, we'll have to wait to see on that. In my one Prestige playthrough, there was an average of 2 90-plus players that made it to walk on stage each year. It was so helpful. Wow, that is very helpful. All right, that's it for centerman. Left D. Brooks Price is our top guy, right? All right, we never even finished scouting him. Home visit, 20 hours. Another phone call gets him to 22. Ronan Edwards, another phone call to 21. Wilkinson, phone call. We learn a little bit. Rivas, phone call. And Delaney, phone call. 85 potential from Joe Delaney might not be bad, actually. You do not know Ezra Hobbs? Gotcha. Yeah, we still have a lot of recruiting hours left. All positions, all stars, all regions. All right, let's go out to see Brooks Price. Let's use 20 hours. Yeah, and get 10%. Cool. Richter, we'll go see you in Switzerland. Love the conversation. We're spending hours like crazy. The budget's getting blown. All right, 2 games here against Boston University. They are 9-7. We're 10-5-1. Let's get the lineup here. So let's auto set with everybody healthy. Let's get back to normal. And then we'll say we want +3 as much as we can. Was it Wade on the top line? Yeah. Wade on the top line. Fletcher. Lewis was here. Bond was here, right? Good evening, Fin10. Welcome to stream, my friend. Was this the lineup? Yeah, no, Daniel was here. That's what it was. This was the lineup, if I remember correctly. Defense, Guy and Sharp go back together. Conrad Pollard, Gentry Foley, Smith is there. Okay. Back to full health. Let's see this game here against Boston University. They're ranked 16. They're 9-7. The Terriers. Let's do it. 2 goals quickly. We're up 2-0 before Boston University answers back 2-2 now. Henry and Hickman scoring for us. Then we score Sharp, and they answer back. Sharp, welcome back. Yeah, he was injured. Now 4-3 as Henry puts us up. Or is it Cole? I'm not sure. Anyways, we win. It's going so quickly. 4-3 victory. Back to full health. That's great to see. 11-6. Can we get another one? 11-5-1. Sorry, is that what our record was? And now, yes, 12. Am I seeing it right? 12-5-1. Ranked number 1 in the country. What a comeback from where we were a few weeks ago. Big win, 12-5-1. Number 1 ranked program in the country. Let's go. Another top 5 scorers, but who cares? Richter, Price, all these other guys. Okay, so back to recruiting. We know what his potential is. Brooks Price, 99 potential from Brooks Price. Yeah. Richter, 98, we already know. Ronan Edwards, he has 85 potential. Meh. Rivas, 85 potential. Meh. Delaney, 85 potential. Meh. And Sampson has 81 potential. No. Okay. Brooks Price. Can we get him from Edmonton, Alberta? 97 potential. Sorry, interest already. Wow, here he is. Here's the biggest hater. This guy loves hating on the streams for some reason. Okay, so Hans Richter, 95, 95. We got to use the hours, though. We already sent him an offer, and he's already had a home visit, gets 7% interest. Not much more we can say. Speaking of haters, more of these guys in the MLB. We were talking in the Discord server, the MLB video I put out today. Some people are crying about it. Richter, Edward. No, sorry, not Edwards. Who did I not go see? Bryce didn't go see. Yeah. Prestige penalty applied. But prestige penalty applied that I'm not good enough? Is that what it is? 2 years of being of the cup. What does that mean? 2 years of being of the cup. Hey, I'm glad you like the streams. Appreciate that you love the streams. Thank you. But I don't know where the hate for the games come from. Because I don't agree that it's too easy. We're grinding out here to try to get anything. It's our 4th year. It took us 4 years to get this high. Okay. 58 scouting hours left, 26 recruiting hours. We offered Richter 75K. Price, we didn't offer him anything yet. Price here. Here's 75K. That gets up to 57%. I don't think that's going to be enough. But so many hours, but nothing to see. No, I'm saying there was a separate person who commented on the MLB streams. Sorry, video that I put out yesterday. What did he say here? Love the projection, though. This guy, poor guy, just keeps answering me. I'm going to keep answering him all day long. It's my YouTube channel. He's the one who keeps coming back and replying to me. I just send smiley faces, then he sends a book. Then I send a smiley face, then he sends another book. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, next. Ronan Edwards. I mean, we should start scouting some backup ideas, or we just use the portal, like we said. We don't need to feel the pressure to go out and get someone like we did in our first couple of years. So Ronan Edwards, home visit. Revis, phone call, seems distracted. Okay. Phone call. And that's it. I don't feel like I'm not going to scout more than we have to. We've said this before. I'm not going to waste our stream on scouting. We don't need to scout. Here's a huge game coming up against Northeastern. They were ranked we were 1 and 2 with them for a long time. They've fallen off a little bit now. They're ranked 13. They are 10-7-1. Here we go now against Northeastern. Up 1-0 early thanks to Cardenas. Let's go. 1-0. Second period. Power plays on both sides. Shots are 25-8 in our favor. We're only up 1-0. Third period, Northeastern ties it, despite the shots being like tripled in our favor. Overtime, and Northeastern wins. Shots end 33-16, and we lose 2-1. What a joke. We're the real Huskies. Get a job in a 401k. I love it, Waddle. All right, we are 12-5-2 after a tough loss against Northeastern. That aged poorly. Hold on. And we go 0-1-1 in that weekend against the other Huskies. Wonderful. Okay, so a couple other players also get signed, and UMass is up next. Rivas and Delaney are the last ones. So you know what? I'm not going to get anybody else. We're only going to get 3 players in this class. I'm like, maybe this is something that has to be fixed because we only got 3 players. That's all we needed. We don't need anything else. We have 2 more spots for the transfer portal. How come Minnesota and Boston are signing 10 players and then everyone else goes to the transfer portal? Like, oh, congrats. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-star recruits. Hans Richter goes to Minnesota. But then if those guys in 2 years doesn't go to the portal anyways. All right, here we go against UMass. Lucas was a no-go. I stepped away for a moment. No, actually, no. Who did we get? Actually, I can't look now. But yeah, Lucas was a no-go. Didn't get him. Here we go against UMass. Big Hockey East matchup. 3-0 early. 4-0. Let it fly. Big win here. 5-0 now. 7, 8, 9, 10, nothing. Oh my goodness. Huge statement win dominating UMass 10-0. Yeah, so our class will end up being Dale, Phelps, and Lucas. I'm fine by that. 96 potential 5-star recruit, generational 4-star recruit. And Lucas. This Lucas we got. It was the grind. Oh, yes, sorry. I'm blanking. My bad. Cameron Lucas, we did get 99 potential grinder. Utter domination. Yes, we got the left D, the center, and the right wing. Yes, Cameron Lucas. My bad. A lot of names to keep in my head. So UMass, they're 11-10. So we're 13-6-2. Still ranked number 1 in the country. Still hanging on. 13-6-2. Alexander is back. Very good. And we win that other game. 14-6-2. Now time for Christmas break. Wonderful. All right, so no top scorers for us there. Okay. Lucas and Phelps should tear it up together. Cannot wait. No more. I'm not doing any more recruiting. I'm done recruiting. And now Alexander is healthy. He's there anyways. How are things looking here at Christmas break? Let's pause, look at the stats maybe. team stats. So in 22 games, 21 points from Jace Henry, 89 overall centerman, the senior here leading the squad. Gibbs, also a senior, 21 points in 22 games. Looking at his career, last year he had 42 and 37. So he's got to pick it up a little bit, actually. Let's go, Joe Gibbs. Stevens has 18. Junior, he's the best junior, best guy who's a freshman or a junior. Got a bunch of juniors like Sharp and Guy. Great plus minuses as well. There we go. When is the next franchise mode episode? On Friday, Chippy. On Friday. Today is Wednesday. On Friday, you'll get Red Wings franchise in the morning and then Bruins live stream in the evening. Advancing a week. Last Wings episode was only a couple days ago, yeah. Through Christmas break. Sarah's got to respond to an important message here. Please give me just a moment here from the wife. I'll allow you to just look at the keep looking at the team stats for a sec here. Give me a quick moment. Okay. How many streaming hours do you have left? None. So when this stream is done, and so what StreamYards allows, Blue the next franchise is Friday, both Boston and Detroit. Yes. Calgary franchise in the future, we'll have to see what the AGMs vote on. That could be a possibility for sure. But yeah, so when the stream is done, I've now passed my 20 hours. When the stream is done, the way StreamYard works is that they won't cut off your stream. They'll allow you to finish. I cannot start another stream until April 1st now, unless I get the free trial, which lasts for 7 days. So I'll probably see if I can start the free trial on Monday, the 23rd. And that will bring us to March 30th and then into April. So that should just squeeze it in like that. So we should be able to still stream on Monday if I start the free trial on Monday of 7 days. But yeah, I'm out of streaming hours after this stream. All right, here we go against Maine. They are 9, 11, and 2. We're 14, 6, and 2. Let's go through this week against them. As the number one program, recruiting is done. Now it's time to perform. Let's stay healthy. Foley's out. Let's stay as healthy as we can and perform. 15, 7, and 2. I mean, what was our record before? 13, 7, and 2? Did we win both those games? I didn't even see. Things are getting in my head. Schedule. So we won. Sorry, 1-1. 5-4 win, 3-2 loss. Okay. Now looking at the lines, who's out? Foley's out, the rookie. Clemens comes in. Riggs Clemens. And we advance through this week against New Hampshire. New Hampshire, they're 16, 8, and 0. We're somehow just hanging on. We have less wins. You look at Boston College. Clemens back spasms out for 4 weeks. Okay. Foley's back, though. 16, 8, and 2. We drop below Boston College now. They have 14 wins. Somehow New Hampshire with 17 wins is in third. Would it be better to have Palermo be Tuesday instead of Monday next week? Would allow for day 7 to be the following Monday, I believe. You know what? That's smart. We could do that. Very smart, Hobbsy. So maybe maybe we'll end up doing that. So it's the other Clemens who's out home. This Clemens swaps out for Foley. And this Clemens, another centerman, eh? So we'll bring in Hopkins. Or maybe Vaughn should get a game. No, who else is a freshman? No, Hopkins is a freshman. Let him stay. Put him there. Play center. All right. Here we go against Merrimack. They are 11, 14, and 1 down to 9th place. We're 16, 8, and 2. Still hanging on to the number 1 ranking. Yeah, fair enough. 16, 8, and 2. 18, 8, and 2. 2 big wins to take back the top spot in Hockey East. Taking on Vermont next. North Dakota in 2nd. Boston College in 3rd. Denver 4th. And Wisconsin in 5th. Continuing on through this game against Vermont. Let's do it. They are 11, 15, and 2. We are 18, 8, and 2. Bond is done. 18, 8, and 2. 28 and 2. 2 big wins again. Now slowly pulling away. Still only 1 point ahead, but slowly pulling away at number 1 in the country. Let's go. So Bond is out. What? Vaughn will come into the lineup. Let's put Fletcher here. And Cardenas here. Sure. What is with people caring about AHL roster in franchise mode? How do you mean? What is with people caring? What are you referring to there, Chippy? 2 games coming up here against Maine. 28-2. We're almost done the regular season. Playoffs are going to be starting too soon. We're 28-2, 21-9-2 to close out there. Does that end off the season? Yes, it does. So we do end number 1. Yes, by 1 point with 44 points. We end number 1 in Hockey East and number 1 in the country. Woo! Let's go. So who is healthy now? Bond. Okay, so let's go back to auto. Is your feeder team they're important to? Yeah, they definitely are important to manage. Bond comes back in. Vaughn here. He'll go there. Clemens is still out. Fletcher can play there. Cole can go there. That's fine. All right. So looking at the season that was, team stats through those 32 games, point per game for Jace Henry. Yep. Gibbs 31. Bit of a down year from last season. Wade, Stevens, Conrad 89 overall. Yeah. Weston Sharp 23 and 25.92 points per game played. Always going to see his NHL roster as good as his franchise NHL team like builds both. Because it's important for your players to develop well. So that's the importance of your AHL system. If they are doing poorly in the AHL, they won't grow in overall as easily. All right, let's start the conference tourneys. Here we go. Conference tourneys. So we'll be playing Maine in the Hockey East quarterfinal. Hockey East quarterfinal against Maine. We have not done well in the conference tournaments, but let's try and make that. Let's try and change that now. As the number 1 ranked team in the country almost all season long, let's get out there and get it done. Quick goal from UConn. 1-0 Huskies early. Second period, 2-0 Huskies. Yes, we want to take this lead in the aggregate. These 2 games here. 2-1 late in the third, 3-1. We needed extra. Oh, 2 extra goals. That's going to go a very long way in the combined score. 5-1 UConn. Who's that? You're saying Tactics was doing that? Or you're saying in our HLM stream, which I was not going to trade that goalie for draft picks so that we could play a 70 overall. 2 quick goals from UConn. Yeah, that should be enough to bury Maine, put them to bed. We can't just go to the end, huh? No. Put them to bed. 6-1 UConn. Keep it rolling. Sheesh. There's the ice time. I love how this all goes live, but EA can't do that. 9-2. Oh my goodness. Huge wins there against Maine. 5-1 and 9-2, outscoring them. So a total of 14-3. Sheesh. Okay. We say thank you and move on. 23-9-2 is our record now. Semifinal, Hockey East semifinal. Jack Clemens is back. So that was 1 versus 8, was it? Next up will be against Providence. Providence make it through. Now we have a fully healthy lineup. Let's auto set everything. We'll put Stevens. No, not Stevens. Wade. Yes, Wade goes there. Clemens here. Bond here. 2-way sniper grinder. No, it was Daniel up here. No, we need the +3. Who am I missing? Is it Stevens? Yeah, it's Stevens, right? Yeah, +3. Daniel here, here. Hickman there. Cole, Cardenas, yes. Defense, +3. Fully, there you go. All right, we are fully healthy. Do we have anyone in the national point leaders? No, don't believe so. 32 is our highest guy, right? Yeah, we have no one even like close, it looks like. Who's like 71 points from Dennis Cooper. What? That's nuts. All right. Here we go against Providence. We're 23-9-2. Taking them on in the, what are we calling this? This Hockey East semifinal? Yes, Hockey East semifinal. Let's do it. Number 1 versus number 14. Number 1 versus number 5 in Hockey East. Let's do it. Semifinal to go to the conference, to the Hockey East final, which we have not been able to do, I don't think, yet in this series, but the team has done it in their franchise history. Already 4-0. Yeah, put this one to bed. We'll see you in the final. Have you heard of Maddox Schultz? Yes, I have. If not, yes, of course. He's in my, well, actually, he's already EA creates him. Yeah, he's in the roster for sure. Maddox Schultz, huge prospect of the future. 6-2 UConn victory. Woo! Goal and 3 assists from Sharp. Goal and 3 assists from Henry. 2 goals, 2 assists from Gibbs. Huge victory to take, to move ourselves into the final. And I wonder who we'll be against. New Hampshire, Boston. Who's it going to be, I wonder? 24-9-2 is our record now in the Hockey East final, something I don't believe the program has ever won. Playing against New Hampshire. 1 versus 2. Yep. 1 versus 2. 22-12-2 were New Hampshire. UConn, we were 24-9-2. Schedule. Always wrong place. Full schedule. Yes. Hockey East Championship against the New Hampshire Wildcats. Here it is, the little hub. The 1 seed versus the 3 seed. Here's your visual. Very good. New Hampshire barely beat Northeastern. All right, here we go. Hockey East Championship for the first time in franchise history, I believe, right? If I remember correctly from what Hobbsy did the research on. Let's slow it down when we get to the third period, though. Oh, now I got it lagging. Okay, good. 1-0 moving into the third period. Times 4. Here we go. Third period, 2-0. That is Stevens opening it up. And then in the third, oh, my cursor is lagging. Fletcher on the fourth line. Final 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, UConn has won the Hockey East Championship. Woo! In year number 4 of the Chancellor Data era. Shots end 35-16 in the final. UConn just a wagon in Hockey East, winning the championship and getting ready for the national championship now. Big for the program. Huge for the program. My cursor is going slow here. And we now have a 25-9-2 record headed into the national championship. Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone. But we're not done yet. Let's keep rolling. We're not done yet. Now we have some time to, no, not even, I thought we had time to rest. Let's start the playoffs. And we will be the 1 seed versus the 16 seed Michigan Tech. All right, here we go. Road to the championship. The round of 16 starts now. The number 1 seed, the Hockey East champs, taking on the 28 seed, 21-11-5 Michigan Tech Huskies. They have this guy Price, a 90 overall. Their goalie is a 72. Please, your goalie is a 72. Please tell me we're going to win this game. Goalie's a 72. Here we go. Got an extra prestige point. Yes, needed that. 3-0 early. Thank you. Should the NHL change the playoffs by Eastern Western Divisions 1 and 4? Should we change it 1 and 2? I think the 7-0, by the way. I'd be happy with just the 1-8 for the playoffs. Gain 1 prestige instantly. Love it. 8-0 victory. Shots end 48-18. 3 assists from Sharp, 2 goals from Gibbs, 2 goals from Wade, 2 goals from Stevens. That is what we want to see from this team. Smith makes an 18-save shutout, and we're off to the final 8 now. Correct? Is that what it's called? Big win there. We can't be going out in the round of 16, but this is where things are going to start getting a bit more difficult. We have been just a steam train here. Playing against, is that, oh my goodness, Andy Bernard's squad. Cornell, Big Red Cornell. Here we go. So Cornell, the 14 seed. Wow, they had an upset victory. The 14 seed Cornell beat the 3 seed North Dakota 7-6. What? That is crazy. So let's do it here in the regional finals. UConn versus Cornell. Big Red versus Huskies. 26-9-2, number 1 versus 22-15-1, number 17 Cornell. All right. They have a 69 overall goalie. Please, a 69 overall goalie. Let's do it, boys. 1-1 right out of the gate. 2-1 UConn. We've been scoring like never before. This is where it needs to continue. 2-2 game. Can I slow it down here? Yes. All right. Oh, now we're down 3-2. 3-3 game. Even more. Slow it down even more. Even more. All right. Slow it down. 4-3 UConn. I don't know who scored that one. Stevens, Clemens, and Hickman scoring this one. Clemens with 2 goals. We're up by 1. Up by 2. As it's now a 5-3 game thanks to Fletcher on that 4th line. 5-3 into the final 5 minutes now. Lock in Huskies. Yes, that's exactly what they do. 6-3 the final, surviving a scare from down 3-2 to winning 6-3. Clemens, my GOAT. Let's go. We are off. We win the regional final, and we're off to the Frozen Four. What a year here for UConn. 27-9-2 is the record. It wasn't just cheese 5-star recruits everywhere. We crafted this team, and now we want to go all the way. Playing against St. Cloud State. They are the 7 seed. They took down the 10 seed New Hampshire and the 5 seed Boston College. It's UConn versus St. Cloud, and then Wisconsin versus Minnesota Duluth here in the Final Four. What is the 1-8? I don't like half of us were born. I don't think we're born. Wait, what are you saying? The 1-8 system. That was like how long ago was that? Was it after the 2016 lockout that left? We're talking 10, 12 years ago. Hold on. Woo. UConn, Wisconsin will be a great final. That's what we want to see. Cornell did make it scary. It was just, so it's East versus West, 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5, regardless of, wild card versus division winner, etc. Don't start aging me too much here. All right, here we go. UConn versus St. Cloud State. They have 89 overall versus 89 overall goalie. They have a 79 overall defenseman on their top pair. They have this guy Beck, 92. Yeah, this is a strong team. They have a 68-point scorer, Edward Beck, versus Gibbs with 43. Smith, what a pickup he has been from the portal, 922 save percentage. We are the favorites slightly here. Yes, according to the Vegas lines. Yes, no one ever put a penny on sports. It's all rigged. Or rigged. It's just a horrible idea. Let's just say that. All right, here we go. Times 8 speed to kick it off. First period, Sharp opens it up. Henry answers 2-0 UConn. Second period, 2-0 it remains. 2-1. Shepard gets 1. And into the third we go. Third period, 4-1 UConn with 2 quick goals. Clemens again and Bond up by 3. Is that enough to put it to bed? A 3-goal cushion, 5 goals. Hickman and Clemens with another. He hears the fans. 7-1 UConn. Our scoring has been unparalleled. 7-1 UConn, and we're off to the national championship in back-to-back seasons. Head coach analysis, huge statement win. Power play looked sharp as well. Let's look at the box score here. A goal and 2 assists from Sharp, 2 goals from Clemens. Let's go. So looking at the roster here, the lines actually. Clemens, our second line center, the junior, Jet Clemens. Yes. Outstanding, amazing game to push us into the final. Now, who will we be facing making the final in back-to-back years? We fell last season. Now in 2028 or something, we will indeed face Wisconsin. So 2026 was year 1, 7 year 2. So this is 2029. The dates is right here on the left. Again, I can't just look at the screen and decide. And yes, we're in the final against Wisconsin, the number 2 seed. It very fitting. Imagine how much scoring there would be with an aggressive attack strategy. True, very true. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed. It doesn't get better than this for the national championship here in 2029. They have Killian Castillo with 51 points. Our goalies are almost identical in save percentage. 923 for them, 922 for us. Both 89 overall, high overall players all over the place. It all comes down to this. We are the favorites according to the money line by just a little bit. We have the better power play and the goals for. They have the better goals against. No, it's higher. We have the better goals against. The most fitting matchup to win after falling last year for all the marbles. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The 2029 National Championship. Leave a like if you haven't already for some good luck, and let's do this. Here in Connecticut at UConn, with the facility upgrades we got over the offseason and everything. First period is quiet, power plays. Here it is. First goal, it's Wade from Henry, and then Clemens from Stevens. 2-0 UConn. Here in the second period, we lead 2-0 against the Wisconsin Badgers. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed. The fans are getting their money's worth. The 2 best teams in the nation. Wisconsin gets one. Castillo, their top point scorer, brings them within 1. 1-goal game headed into the third and final period. Jet Clemens carry us. Yes, 3-1. It's Wade with his second. Back to a 2-goal lead now. 3-1 UConn into the final 10 minutes. Will this be enough? 2 from Wade, 1 from Clemens. 6 minutes left, holding them to 1 in the final 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2029, the UConn Huskies are national champions. We came here to UConn with the goal of saying we got to get this team over the hump. They've never done it before. The data era in year 4 has yielded a national championship. Woo! Episode 3 of our mini series. We wanted to do 4 or 5 years, and that's exactly what has happened. National champions in our 4th season. Can we go back to back in year 5? That's what's yet to be seen. Head coach analysis, huge statement win. Yes, the box score in this one, 2 goals from Wade, a goal from Stevens, a goal from Clemens. And we are national champions in 2029, year number 4. Let's go. Yes, sir. National champs. All right. So from here, we'll start the off season. Anything last things to look at here? So in 40 games in the end, Henry had 45 points in 40 games, including the playoffs. Gibbs had 45 as well. Yeah. Stevens 40. Wade had 39. Axel Wade. Love it. Axel Wade, the senior, going out with a national championship. Who was here the longest? Was it Gibbs who's been here the longest? If you think about his 3 years. I didn't even name him. Oh, I should have named him captain. Yeah, Joe Gibbs. Sure. I didn't name a captain or anything, but we could just do it in our heads. Yeah. So the 4th year in UConn, we inherited him as a rookie, and he ends off the national championship. Joe Gibbs. Yeah, he was our captain. Huge statement win. You don't say, coach. Yeah, Joe Gibbs, the captain. Who else? Jace Henry. Was he here since the beginning? I would assume so, right? Yep. Jace Henry. The alternate. Big playoff from Wade, the senior. Yeah, a bunch of seniors here. And Axel Wade. The seniors can get the letters. I am telling you, it is buddy, 4 years. It's been like 8-9 hours of grinding. Clemens next year. Yeah, next year he'll have a letter. What would satisfy you? 14 years, 18 streams, and 63 hours of grinding? What would satisfy you? We do not care. National champions, ladies and gentlemen. And now we move into the offseason. Do some of the guys get drafted? We'll see. And the awards, national awards, best goalie to the man we picked up from the transfer portal, Joshua Smith. We say thank you to whoever let him go based on mental stats. Ooh, that's smart, Flamecraft. We can do that. Coach of the year, no, nothing there. Joshua Smith, first team All-American. Yes, sir. Hockey East, goalie of the year. Hockey East, first team. Henry, Gibbs, and Smith. 3 guys right there. UConn's head coach, also coach of the year. Yes. And in we go to the offseason. What a season. Okay, so in year 5, if you disagree with me, let me know. But in year 5, we've won the national championship. We've done what we wanted to do in this mini series. I don't think we're going to do any recruiting. Let's just play the season and try to go back to back. So, okay, hold on. Woo. Oh, that's why. Oh, no. Okay, so Weston Sharp goes pro. We lose one of the best players in the entire league. Weston Sharp has gone pro. Makes sense. Conrad, Gibbs, Wade, Pollard, and Henry all graduate. That hurts. And Paul Donovan, our 99 potential goalie, says, I want to go to the portal. I don't think so. You're the future, man. You're the future. Persuade. Yes, that's all it took. And he's returning. Boom. Let's go, Paul Donovan. All right, that was simple. All right, so who has grown? Hopkins to an 84. Foley to an 89. That's big growth. Yeah. Riggs Clemens to an 82. Hickman 83. Bond to an 88. Gentry 87. Lewis 89. Nice. Noah Guy to 91. Okay. That hurts, but it's time to bring in young, more exciting talent. I know. Oh, it's too bad. So many great players. Ceiling raised from Strong Production. That's great. So sad to say goodbye to these guys who have been here. I think all these guys were here from the beginning, right? So we say thank you for your service, and I'm glad we get to a national championship. Can we see if they got drafted? No, I don't think we can. We'll see where Sharp went. Okay, so for the facilities, how much money do we have now? $18 million. Yeah. All right. Main rink. Do we want to get that next level? I don't know. Locker room. The interest will go up. Level 8 locker room. Level 8 everything at least here. Video center. Mental XP can go up. Yeah. Level 8 everything. And then sure. Performance tech and cryotherapy suite. Why not? We have money to burn. What else can we do? If we get Phelps in that top 6, he should develop really well, I would think. Yeah, agreed. Negative 30% injury risk might be worth it. Let's do that. 4 million left. Momentum, stamina, mental XP. Student section. That's nightmare fuel. All right, 750K. We could do that. Can we go to that next one? The single hardest place to play in college hockey. I'm down for that. Student section to 10 out of 10. Leaves us with 2.8 million. Anything else we could do? Maybe stamina. Sure. Upgrade the kitchen. Blood work analysis to customize nutrient intake for every player. Great. 387K left. Huge upgrades for us to stay as strong as possible. And now we go to... Oh, my cursor is giving me trouble again. All right, roster. We have 3 open spots. Where do we have open spots in our lineup, though? Auto set. So Lewis, we want a grinder on the top line, though. That's the question. Fletcher could be a third liner even. Then there's Hickman. Hickman's strong. Yeah, a better second line center, but we love Jet Clemens. But by the better second, either center or right wing. Center winger. I don't know. Did I miss the player portal? No, you're here, Sheriff. Perfect timing. Welcome, buddy. Another top 6 forward, I think, would go a long way. A top 6 forward and a top 4 D with Sharp leaving. Yeah, that's a big. That really, we were not anticipating that. So in the portal, okay, that's exactly what we need to see. So Eli Callahan, a 93 overall goalie. That's crazy. I would love to get him. I mean, do we cut our championship goaltender and go after a guy who's higher and unproven? I don't think we can do that. So all goalies out here. Patrick Shepard, a two-way D with 90 potential. 86 with 90 potential. And Xavier Robertson. I mean, we could get both of them. We could get both of them. Where are we going? Lineup. Right side, but then Alexander wouldn't have. No, we just need one. We just need one. So Robertson, because of money. Shepard, because of ice time. Got to ride the championship 10 until we have a reason not to. Yeah, agreed. Shepard has the high potential as well. And he just wants, because of the location. Robertson wants money. Defensive D versus two-way D. I want to go with Patrick Shepard. He wants ice time. Yeah, we can give you top 4. We can give you top 4. We have a lot of money. He wants 40K. Here's 50K. 50K for Robertson. Sorry, for Shepard. And then a top 6 forward. Yeah, there's like no one out here. Jonah Myers, an 85. Oh, he wants to win. Yeah, you're coming to the right place, man. Jonah Myers, who put up, 32 points in 36 games. That's pretty good. Jonah Myers, not bad. A center. Can we sort by position? Then does it sort by overall within the position? No, it doesn't. Daniil Golubev. Who's this guy? Power forward with 91 shooting and 96 physical from Russia. Woo. Calhoun. Golubev or Myers would be my guy. Myers had 32 points in 36 games. He's a senior who wants to win. Golubev also a senior. Wants money. Didn't play last year. He hasn't played at all. Daniil Golubev. 91 shooting, 82 passing. 81 shooting, 94 passing. Jonah Myers. Yeah, Myers has really crazy passing. All right, I'm down for Jonah Myers. He wants to win. Oh, you'll win here. Top 6. And here's 60,000. Might be the only 2 guys we need. We do have 3 open spots. What else do we need to fill? So we'll get a centerman. Just guys to have in the depth. Yeah, just have guys on the bench. Anyone in the portal with high potential? You can't sort by potential in the portal, huh? You can't sort by potential in the portal. Anton Person. Maybe a walk-on. Maybe you got a walk-on in here. Bentley Valencia. 3-star. Some 3-star guys. We have extra defense? Yes, we do. Oh, no, we have Phelps as the extra forward. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were defensemen for some reason. So getting a defenseman, this will bump this guy to extra defense. Yeah, extra one more. So we have 2 extra forwards and 1 extra. Yeah. Let's go for defense. Thank you, Sheriff. Emmett Wolf, 3-star guy. Sure. Signed. Wonderful. Advance week. And that should be it. Yeah, everyone's full. Everyone's on board. Awesome. Fuller, there's 99 potential. Phelps, 99 potential. Generational. Paul Donovan up to an 85. His potential's dropped from 99 to 97, though, because he was a backup all season. Yeah. Especially when we had to play forward on defense last year. Yes. All right, so that's it. Our roster is now complete. If we auto set and have an idea of looking something like this. That third pair is a little bit weak, but we need these young guys, freshmen and sophomore, to get their ice time to grow. And that's that. Staff is strong. Let's start our final season. Takes a bit of time to do this. Just don't want to waste the general players year 1. It's true. But if he's generational, we should be playing him, I think, on the 4th line at least. Right? We'll see how things pan out. Let's see. Big upgrades to the facilities. Life is good. And let's go back to back. Maybe we won't bother recruiting since this will be our final season in UConn. Welcome to all 12 of you watching on this lovely Wednesday evening. Like I said before, we'll be live again on Friday with our Bruins NHL 26. And we also have an upload of the Red Wings franchise mode on Friday. So 2 NHL 26 videos for you coming your way. 92 prestige now. Woo! All right. So lines we'll look at in a second. Strategy won't change. Recruiting, I'm just curious. Anyone who's in state who's really good? Best is 20. There's a 5-star recruit. Just curious. He has 88 potential only. Bum. Finance is good. Staff is good. Facilities are great. Alumni, let's see. Okay, Weston Sharp was a 1st-round pick. Wow. He went in the 1st round to the Dallas Stars, joining his old friend Benjamin Odom. Wow. Yeah, they did satisfying. So Sharp went 1st round. Jace Henry went to Anaheim as a 7th-round pick. Mark Conrad to St. Louis. Axel Wade to Philadelphia. Joe Gibbs to Seattle. We had a bunch of guys who got drafted this season. Pollard to Nashville. Yeah, we knew about the rest of those guys already. Welcome to my Dallas Stars, Weston Sharp. Let's go. So now in our program, through 4 years, we have sent 5 players as a 7th. We have exported 5 7th-round picks, 1 6th-round pick, and 1 1st-round pick. Probably the second best to Tage Thompson ever come out of our program. Weston Sharp. That's awesome. Looking at the media center. Yeah, I love that. That's so satisfying. So preseason top 25, we are ranked 7th to start the year. Really? People aren't so convinced by us, huh? Our best player is Noah Guy, ranked 10th in the nation. And our best freshman to watch, do we have any? No. Yes, Mark Dale, ranked 25th. Already an 80 overall. All right, so the lines. There we have a brand new 1st line. Lewis, Bond, and Stevens. Only a +1. We need to put a sniper here. So Daniel gets, so Daniel needs to go there. So Daniel, Bond, Stevens, Lewis, Clemens, Hopkins. No, power forward, sniper, Grinder. Need a playmaker. That's where Myers would come in then. Lewis, Myers, and Clemens. I know a guy. Yeah, sleeping on the champs they are. Yeah, so I like that's a crazy second line. Power forward, 2-way forward. I know none are center. Yeah, we have no centerman in the bottom 6. That's the problem. Actually, Phelps could be that centerman in the bottom 6. Vaughn only has 85 potential. Cardenas 85. Cole 83. Senior, though. Yeah, we got to respect him. Vaughn's going to come out for Phelps. Yeah, Phelps is going to play center. Gives it a +2. Yeah, Phelps gets to a 79 overall. Noah Guy really turned out how we hoped he would. Yes, he did. I love this lineup. Sadly, no centerman on the third line, but I like this lineup. Defense, Guy with Foley is a +1. Yeah, that's the best it's going to get. Shepard with Gentry is a 0. And the two young guys. I would prefer if Dale played. Alexander has 85 potential. Clemens has the 90 potential. Yeah, if we did Clemens and Dale, I think that would be what I prefer. With the 96 potential, yeah, he's got to play. Yeah, you like it? Glad. Thank you, Jacob. 90 potential, 94 potential, 99 potential, Roger Foley. Yeah, that's our lineup. There it is. There it is. I love it. This is our lineup. We got to go get Dale in here. He has got to go. Good luck. Thank you, Flamecraft. Here we go. It's going to be a bit of a shorter run here as it's just no recruiting to be done. This is our team, and here we go into our 5th and final season with the UConn Huskies, trying to go back-to-back. Let's start it off with this game here against Alaska, the 48th ranked Nanuks. Here we go. The new look UConn Huskies being slept on by the nation. Let's see what they can do in their first game back. 1-0 to start things off. It's Bond from Stevens. We're going to name our captains as well. Daniel from Gentry and Stevens. That's a goal and assist. Oh, sorry, 2 assists now from Stevens. 3-0. Myers from Clemens. Myers' first goal is a UConn 3-0 shutout victory to kick off the season. How do you like that? Love it. We said captains. So can we sort by attributes at all? Can't sort by attributes, huh? Can we if we go to roster? Yeah, mental. Brian Lewis, our senior grinder. He'll be the captain. Senior grinder, 92 mental, easy call. Nicholas Fletcher, another one of our seniors. So our 2 seniors can get letters. Captain for Lewis, alternate for Nicholas Fletcher. And then who else is a senior? But not all of them have high mental. Not a guarantee. Let's see. Senior Stevens. Noah Guy. Yeah, let's give it to Noah Guy. Senior. He's already a senior? That's crazy. Noah Guy will get an A. Jet Clemens. Where's Jet Clemens? Where are you, Jet Clemens? Jet Clemens. The mental is 85. But yeah, Noah Guy needs that A. So there it is. A for Noah Guy. Captain Lewis, who came in from the transfer portal as well. I don't know if he should be captain then. He came in from maybe Fletcher. He's been here longer. Why won't it save? I have to go to roster. Fletcher, captain. Lewis, assistant. There you go. All right, and Noah Guy. Is this game just sim, or can you jump into a game? No, just sim. You can pause the game, change your lines and things like that, but just there's no like players on the ice playing. Prestige 92, ranked number 1. Let's keep her rolling against Alaska. 2-0 to start the year. All right, big win. And now let's move on against Brown. 2 games against Brown. Rank 11 right now. Many teams went 2-0. Can we separate ourselves with another 2-0 week here? Yes, we can. 4-0, now ranked 6th in the nation. Michigan, Boston University, Minnesota Duluth, Notre Dame, Clarkson, all 4-0 as well. Here we go against Lake Superior State. We had just poached one of their players, Myers, right? Myers came from Lake Superior State. Here we go. Let's see this game against them. Clemens from Bond and Stevens. Yes, 2 seasons tonight. Year 4 and year 5 to close out, probably close out the series, I would say. We could do something else in College Hockey 26 in the future, but I think this would be the series. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I'm open to ideas. 2-1 the final. Bond gets the game-winning goal. UConn victory 5-0. That's why they were so good. Yeah, all that playmaking. Prestige 53. There's no team with a high prestige until we play UMass 89 and Boston University 99. We'll definitely go see the Boston University games. Brooks Stevens leads the nation in points with 10. Great note right there. Now 12 points for Brooks Stevens, who leads the nation. And we have an injury to Daniel. How long is he out? 5 weeks, Dorian Daniel. So Clemens will come up as the sniper. Hold on. Vaughn will come into the lineup. Lucas with his 99 potential maybe has to play. Yeah, you know what? Lucas will come in. Clemens goes up. Fletcher goes up. Phelps can go up even. Maybe Cole. No, Cole can stay here. There. Not ideal, but we'll do that. Brooks Stevens, number 1 in the nation. Let's keep it rolling here against Lake Superior. We are 5-0, ranked 6th. Let's try and make it a perfect 6-0 to start the year. Yes, there we go. 6-0, ranked 3rd in the nation. The only 3 undefeated teams, Michigan, Clarkson, and UConn. Leading the way is Brooks Stevens there with 14 points. All right, St. Thomas up next. St. Thomas up next. Low prestige team. 8-0. What a start. Hopefully NHL 27 for franchise mode. You can call people to do trades. What do you mean call people? You're saying connected franchise? Had a lot of fun with one prestige and only level 1 facilities, but you need to skimp on coaches or go negative budget and be unable to upgrade anything. Yeah, that makes sense, Joseph, sadly. We'll be lucky if NHL 27 franchise mode even functions. 8-0. Somehow Clarkson and UConn are undefeated, yet Michigan is number 1 still. Okay. Omaha, yeah, so we'll continue to roll through Omaha. We'll roll through Omaha. 8-0. 8-1-1. We go 0-1-1. We get a winless weekend for the first time. Clarkson is still undefeated. Wow. Shout out to Clarkson hanging out here at number 1. Grigory Vasiliev is number 1 in scoring now. Brooks Stevens drops to tied for 2nd now. 2020 and then 18-18-18. Titus McConnell, what a name. Or even is Clarkson? Not sure. Here we go against UMass. Actually, we'll sim through these, then we'll go see Boston University with their 99 prestige. We are 4th in the nation. And Noah got out for 8 weeks with a severe groin tear. 2 months. Noah Guy is out. Oh my goodness. Now we're 10-1-1. Nebraska. Cool. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Not my goat. You're telling me. Noah Guy out for 2 months. Boston University. Here we go against a 99 prestige team, but they're ranked 13. They're 7-5. Playing without our top defenseman, probably our top player. Literally and figuratively. 2-2. Oh, Boston pulls away in the second. 5-3, though. We're within 2. Third period. We need a couple. Nope. Boston puts it to bed. 6-3 the final. Yeah, that's going to hurt without Noah Guy. That is going to hurt. But thankfully, Christmas break will come up. That'll save a little bit. Dorian Daniel is back as well. 10-2-2 now. Still number 2 in the nation. Daniel comes back, and I suppose Lucas will come out, but maybe Cardenas should come out. Lucas needs to stay with 99 potential. This guy's got to grow. He needs ice time. Played 9 games, but I don't know. Daniel, Fletcher, Phelps. Yeah, this is the lineup here until Noah Guy is back. Cardenas, Phelps, Cole, +3, +2, +3, +3. Okay. How many more weeks? 7 weeks left. Okay, playing against Vermont now. Vermont is 8-6. Brooks Stevens back to tied for number 1 in the nation. No, with 26 points. Maybe Cardenas rests. Yeah, I'm down. But as long as we're winning, we're now 11-3-2. Stevens, was he scoreless or he had 2 points? All right, let's swap Cardenas with Lucas for a game. Wait, I didn't press save lines. That's why I didn't press save. Hold on. Auto set everything. Hadn't pressed save line. Clemens there. Myers here. Sniper, power forward, playmaker +3. Yes. Two-way playmaker, sniper. No, we had Lewis here. Fletcher, Lewis, Myers, Daniel, Hickman, Fletcher, Hopkins, Cole, Cardenas, Vaughn. Cardenas comes out for Phelps, and Vaughn comes out for Lucas, and Cole is down there. He'll play over Hickman. No, keep it like that. All right, curious to see how Lucas and Phelps play together for a game or so. Sure, why not? Let's give it a go. And defense will look like this. Yeah, we'll do that. Clemens with his 90 potential. All right, save lines. Let's see this one. One game against Northeastern. Our old rivals Northeastern, who are now 9-7. They've fallen off a little bit, ranked 17. Let's see if anything happens with Lucas and Phelps playing together. Here we go. Early goal, Daniel from Shepard and Myers. Very nice. But we're thinking about Lucas and Phelps especially. Second period, power plays like don't go anywhere. Third period, only a 1-0 game. Northeastern ties, but then go ahead from Lewis, Myers, and Dale. Hopkins, Foley, all explodes at the end. Thank you very much. So Lucas and Phelps, anything? Lucas had one shot, and Phelps nothing. One hit, playing like 7 minutes and 4 minutes respectively. All right. 4-1 UConn win. We'll take it. 12-3-2. Let's advance the week. Ranked 4th in the nation. We get one more dub to go a little higher. Yes, we can. 13-3-2. 13-3-2 up against Boston College next. Number 2 in the nation. Boston College, they're 10-8-0. Let's sim through it here in the beginning of December as we continue the road to back-to-back national championships. Stevens out for a week. What's the record on national championships? Who's gone back-to-back? Who's done three-peats? Anyone have the stats on that? Brooks Stevens up there with 36 points still. He's still fighting at the top, but now he's out for a week. Brutal, our top player, out for a week. Cardenas will come in. And you know what? Cole will go to the top line. Oops, sorry. Let's try that. Against UMass. And now Cardenas with the flu, and Stevens is back. Okay, 15-5-2. Lawrence Becker in North Dakota with 40 points now. We're ranked 5 in the nation. Boston University, number 1 in Hockey East as well. Then Michigan, North Dakota, Michigan State, and UConn. All right, Stevens is back, and Cardenas is out. So perfect timing. And then swap back like that. Save. And no games now, so this is going to be free time for rest, thankfully. Noah Guy should be back soon-ish. Cardenas, acknowledged. Thank you. Soon-ish. Couple free weeks of rest, which is great. 2 consecutive titles is the record. Denver 04-05 and Michigan 51-53. 51-52-53? Or 51-52, you probably meant to say. Wow, so no one's ever done 3 in a row. If we get a second, we'll do a 3rd stream maybe. Sorry, a 4th stream to try and make it a 3-peat. Or we'll just talk about it in the Discord server. We'll see. Okay, I'm out of streaming hours now. Let's go to lines. Noah Guy, one more week on Noah Guy. All right, we can survive. One more week. Here against Maine, they're 9-10-3. We're 15-5-2. And he's back. 15-5-2, 16-6-2. We go 1-1. Number 6 in the nation now. Boston University is 19-5-0. Wow. Noah Guy, welcome back. That is huge for us. Clemens, Bond, Stevens. Clemens, Bond, Stevens. Lewis, Meyer, Daniel. Hickman, Fletcher, Hopkins. Phelps. Lucas. Guy, Foley, Shepard. Clemens, Alexander. No, Clemens and Dale. Yeah, they're the lines. All right, good to go. Let's give a start to Pauly D. Poor Pauly D. Let's give him a game. Give him 2 games. We'll give him the weekend here. Here against New Hampshire, the worst team. Let's give him the weekend against New Hampshire. 16, 6, and 2. Not out of hours if the stream never ends. True that. And Daniel, oh my goodness, 10 weeks. That's like the season. Daniel out for 10 weeks. We win both games. Well done to Paulie D. He's 7. Actually, he's been playing more. He's 7-0 in his career. Okay, all this season. He is 7. What? With ridiculous numbers. Paul Donovan. Meanwhile, Joshua Smith is a machine, but his numbers aren't that great. I'm going to keep Paul Donovan in, actually. Do all streamers have a certain number of streaming hours? No, just if you're on StreamYard and on a free, the free version of StreamYard. What's with all these guys in their groins? So who goes up here? We have no more snipers. So it's got to be Hickman, Fletcher, or Hopkins. Hickman has 6 points in 26 games. Fletcher, 10. Hopkins, 8. So the captain will move up. Hold on, Cardenas will come back in here. The captain will move up. Third line now will be Hickman, Cardenas, and Cole, who will now get some more playing time. The poor guy, Jacob Cole, he's better than that. He's an 80, playing as an 85 here. Cardenas, Phelps, and Lucas will be the third line. 19 games from Cameron Lucas. I'm glad he's playing with his 99 potential. Same for Phelps. He's getting his playing time. Even if he's not great, he's getting his playing time. And Paulie D will start again. Daniel, we say goodbye. 16 points in 17 games, and he is done. Dorian Daniel. Stevens has 44 points in 24 games right now. He's going to be one of the NHL. This guy's crazy. 40 points in 40 games last year. 44 in 24 this year. All right, let's advance week against Providence. 18, 6, and 2 is the record. 18. Oh, my. What? 20 weeks for Dale? Fletcher for a week, fine. Dale out, sports hernia, 20 weeks. Goodbye. What is with the injuries? I thought our staff was fantastic, and then we get all these injuries. Vaughn moves in. Hopkins moves up. Cardenas moves up. Vaughn, third line. Oh, my goodness. Dale, goodbye. Alexander will come in for the rest of the year there. And Paulie D, 7-1, still crazy numbers. As we are now 18, 7, and 3 going up against Merrimack. Providence is not on our side with these injuries. Sheesh. What are the numbers next to the player? Is it jersey numbers or overall? It is their overall. Fletcher's back. No more MMA fight nights for the team. Yeah, come on, guys. Calm down here. Brooks Stevens still hanging on third in the nation scoring. All right, Fletcher is back. Vaughn goes out. Cardenas there. I mean, +1, +2. Yeah. Hopkins, 9 points in 30 games. Fletcher, 10 points in 28 games. Yeah, Fletcher can go there. Cardenas, what's his career look like here? Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go to end off January. We're 19, 8, and 3, 6th in the nation. We've been fighting these injuries. 6th in the nation. 19, 8, and 3. Let's go, Paulie D. 19, 8, and 3. 21, 8, and 3. 2 big wins. And that's the season. We end 2nd in Hockey East and 5th in the nation behind Boston University, Michigan, North Dakota, and Union. What? As Paulie D, will he be our starter into the playoffs? Paulie D goes 10-2 with a .914 save percentage and 2.67 goals against average, while Smith goes 11-9, 900 save percentage, 3.15 goals against average. I don't know. Do we go back to Joshua Smith or do we stick with Paulie D? Hard not to go Paulie D. Emily, the show franchise mode is not good this year. I agree, Matthew. It's just the trading that makes it not fun. Is this free and is it on PlayStation? No, it is $10 on Steam. Start conference tournaments. Here we go. So we were perfect last year, winning the Hockey East tournament and the national championship. And now here we go against Maine for the Hockey East quarterfinals. Hockey East quarterfinal, Maine, they're ranked 25. They're a losing team, 14, 15, and 3. We are the heavy favorites, you would think. The 5 seed versus the 25 seed. And Paulie D is starting. Yes, let's do it here in the Hockey East quarterfinal. 1-0 UConn early from Jet Clemens from Stevens. Stevens, the point production continues. This guy's going to be drafted for sure. Stevens, goal and assist now from Guy and Bond. 2-2. Oh, now the goal scoring floodgates open. 6-2 UConn. Lewis, Myers, Stevens, Foley. The floodgates open. Stevens ends with 2 goals and an assist. Big win there. Clemens, my goat. Keep it going. 6-2 win. This should be easy to put to bed here with a 4-goal lead. 4-goal cushion against Maine. Put this to bed. 1-0 Cardenas. 2-0 Lewis. 3-0 Stevens. 4-0 Fletcher. 5-0 Lewis. Easy work. All these injuries and second. What are you saying? More conspiracy theories from the hater? 8-0 UConn. Yeah, put that to bed. And we weren't second. Oh, second in the conference. Sure, second in the conference. It's almost as if we built a deep team that could replace. Huh. Go figure. So, yeah, we destroy Maine like 14-2 in the Hockey East quarterfinal. Makes it even worse for me since I can't see, so I have to figure out how to navigate the new interface and figure out how to trade for people. I wonder if you get a refund for that, Matthew. I wonder if you could be refunded for that. But anyways, just go back to 25. All right, now against Vermont in the semifinals. Vermont, yeah, the 4 seed versus the 2 seed, and the 1 versus the 6. So upset that Northeastern losing again in an upset. All right, here we go against the Catamounts, the 18 seed Vermont Catamounts, the 18 seed and 19-15-0 record. Yes. Here we go. Win or go home. 2 quick goals, 3 quick goals in the first here. Stevens, Phelps, Clemens, Stevens again in the second makes it 4-0. 1 goal for Tillman, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1 UConn. Wow. Our scoring is outstanding. But look at the shots, 54-24. We dominate here in the slow sim. This New Year's the new MLB screams good luck, new players. Yeah, people like you people like you who know franchise mode. Then I have these randoms in the comments saying, no, in the video that I did saying that I don't really think the upgrades are great. I felt like my take was pretty balanced. Oh, no, you're just mad that you can't do easy trades anymore. Oh. That's not what I'm saying at all if you even watched or listened to 3 seconds of what I said. So we're off to the Hockey East final. Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right, fair enough, but I don't think the game is to be hated. All right. Hockey East final against Boston University, the 1 seed versus the 2 seed. Makes sense. Yeah, Toronto should not trade Matthew Nyes. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed. It all comes down to this for the Hockey East Championship. 1 versus 2 in the Hockey East, 1 versus 3 in the nation. Pauly D's been holding it down. Keep it up, Pauly D. 1-0 UConn early. It's Lewis. Don't have home ice advantage. Then Hopkins, then Clemens. 3-0 in Boston's home arena. Quinn gets 1 back. 3rd period, we're up by 2. Is that enough? Hold on. Boston comes back late, but not enough. And for the 2nd consecutive year, the UConn Huskies are Hockey East champions, winning the divisional championship in back-to-back years, doing it in a tight 1-goal game against the number 1 seed. UConn wins Hockey East. That is a huge victory in a tight fashion. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go Huskies, baby. Back-to-back conference champions. Now, how can we do in the national championship? Brooks Stevens is leading the nation with 61 points. Oh, yes. We recruited him back in year 1, correct? I wish there was a recruiting record that you could see in the player card. All right, the UConn Huskies, the 2 seed versus the 15 seed Brown Bears. Here we go. Road to the championship. Can we go back-to-back, or will year number 5 end with, still a good season, but just the conference championship? Yeah, we have them on a lot of different overalls and whatnot. We're the heavy favorites. They're 20-15-2, ranked 24. Puck drop here in Connecticut. First shot of the game goes in, it looks like. Phelps and then Bond, 2-0 UConn right out of the gate. 2-0. Second period now. Brown comes back. It's Dodson. 2-2. Whoa. Brown gets 3 goals. We answer back 3. I don't know who got that third one. Clemens, I think. I told ya. It's 3-3. What do you want to do? It's 3-3. Either you lose and it's or you win and it's, this game is terrible. Come on, Waddle. I told you, let's get this on the screen. I told you it was too easy. 3-3 against the Brown Bears, which is, yes, an unreal name. 3-3 into the final 6:48. Let's do it. We need a big goal from the reigning national champions and the Hockey East champions. We know we can do this. Who's going to step up and get it done? 3-3 with 5 minutes to go. Final 4 minutes. I have the hand on the pause button ready to go. 2 minutes. Next one's the winner. As we approach overtime, power play opportunity. UConn with the winning goal. It's Foley. Foley from Guy and Stevens with just seconds remaining. UConn wins 4-3. What a nail biter. Woo! Gritty win. Way to battle. We controlled. Power play looked sharp. Penalty kill struggled. Stay out of the box. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, we know a guy. Yes, we do. Clutch. So Church took a 2-minute penalty for tripping. So I'm going, it goes this way. Sorry. Calderon took a penalty for tripping, and then Foley from Guy and Stevens. Yes. What a finish. Thank you. Yes, we know a guy. Yes, sir. We'll stick with the Blue Jays on 25 or start a new series or go back to 20. Yes, maybe we do that. Expos on 24. Maybe if we do anything of MLB. I doubt I do a series on the show 26. That involves trading, unless it's a draft to glory or something. Big win in the regional semis. So we won the conference championship. Now we move to the regional championship against the Bentley Falcons. So let's see in the playoffs here. Against the Bentley Falcons, the 16 seed. Wow. The 16 seed Falcons upset the 1 seed Boston University. That is bananas. Wow. All right, so here we go against Bentley. The 2 seed versus the 16 seed. Bentley beat the 1 seed. Actually, they're 53rd. I guess they won their thing to get I don't know. That's crazy. Heavy favorites again, but after they beat the 1 seed Boston, you never know. Let's do it in the regional final and in the round of 8 now. 3-0 UConn quickly. 5-0 quickly. 6-0. Yeah, put this one to bed. Bentley put up a fight and they used all their energy against Boston. 6-1 the final. We're off to the Frozen Four once again. Let's see. 2 points from Stevens. 2 goals from Clemens. Jet Clemens. What a machine. We love this guy. All right. So we win the regional finals. And now we'll move to the Frozen Four. The Frozen Four against Penn State, the team that eliminated us, the team that beat us in the national championship 2 years ago is the team we face now in the 2030 Final Four. So they beat us for the 2028 national championship, and now we face them again as the 12 seed. So North Dakota versus Michigan State, 4-9, and UConn versus Penn State, 2-12. Winner goes to the national championship, the team that beat us 2 years ago. Here we go against Penn State, who went 21-13-1 on the season. They have Olsen. They have some good players here, but Pauly D's been holding it down. Puck drop. Let's do it. ×8 in Connecticut. Who's going to get the first goal? I'm waiting for that first goal from UConn. I want to pause it as soon as we see it. No scoring, though. Into the third period. Let's slow it down. Third period now. 0-0 game. A trip to the national championship on the line. Will be a third straight national championship final for UConn. Power play. Oh, Penn State. Is that a power play goal for them? Puckett from Harris and Rivas. Oh, no. 1-0 for Penn State. Our kryptonite into the final 6 minutes. Do we have someone to tie it with 5 minutes left here in the Frozen Four? 3 minutes to go. Heroics late. He's a hero in the final minute. Power play. Killed off, and Penn State shuts us out. 1-0 victory. Oh, to eliminate us. Our kryptonite, Penn State. No. 0-3 on the power play is what killed us. Oh, I should have changed. I wasn't thinking in that way. I gotta get into thinking like that. I'm playing on my MacBook right now, and when I play on my PlayStation, I'm playing on a TV. I wonder what's going to happen. You're going to score and win. This game is too easy. Yeah, here we are. We lost. Waddle, waddle. We lost. Now I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you have to say now. Ah, we should have changed the strats. You're right. You're right. You're right. So ladies and gentlemen, 5 years in at UConn, we had one. Actually, no, we can see it right here in our history. Team history. So we had regional semi lost, national championship runner up, national champions, and then lost in Final Four. So we made the Final Four 3 times in 5 years. One national championship. That's all we needed. Would have wanted more, but still another season to be proud of here. Do we continue? That's a question to be considered for the future. But this will conclude the 3 episodes in 5 years with UConn. Brooks Stevens leads the nation in scoring with 65. Tough loss, but good run. Brooks Stevens, what a guy. Penn State, go win it. Yes, they do. Penn State, at least we say we lost to the national champions. Penn State wins it. Now, Daniel's healthy. Now he's healthy. Brooks Stevens. So if we go into the offseason, let's just see some final things here. So Brooks Stevens is the national MVP. That is so great. I love it. National MVP, most valuable player with 26 goals and 39 assists for 65 points. What do you have to say now that we lost? Change the sliders. No, I want to hear what you have to say. That the game was too easy. I want to hear what you have to say. It was a fun run. Even if we don't end with a national championship in our final season, we still got a national championship in our 5 years. Yeah, fun little series. Will we do more of this series or of College Hockey 26? That's for the AGMs to consider for sure. First team All-American, Brooks Stevens. And then Hockey East Player of the Year, Brooks Stevens. First team, Brooks Stevens. And Eric Bond, who had 50 points as well. A little quiet 50-point season from him. And if you look at the team stats, yeah, 50 points from Bond. Now Stevens is gone. Now he's graduating. Clemens had 49 points, 28 goals, 39. Yeah, sorry, all games played. Myers, 32 in his first season with us. Foley, Fletcher, Guy with 14, blah, blah, blah. Offseason hub. All right, so Stevens graduates, Guy graduates, Noah Guy, Lewis, Clemens, Fletcher, Cole, Daniel, Cardenas, Smith, all of our legends graduate, and we say goodbye. Caleb McKee and Tanner Snow both want to leave. There you go. That's exactly. We have 11 spots open. Yeah, because we didn't do any scouting. So actually, if we look at first the offseason growth, Lucas 83, Dale to an 85, Phelps from a 76 to an 84. That's crazy. Brian Phelps, his ceiling lowered because not enough ice time. Come on. Riggs Clemens to an 86, Shepard to an 89, 91 Foley, 87 for Hopkins, Bond to an 89. Good. Tanner Snow. Who's this guy again? I don't even know who they are. Like, do I persuade them or not? I don't even remember who they are. Let's say I do persuade. Returning. So Snow and McKee. Who are these guys? Snow and McKee. Snow 82 with 86 potential. And McKee the goalie. Yeah, Caleb McKee. Well, he'll be back up now because now Pauly D. 19 games, 922 save percentage, 2.22 goals against, 16-3 record. He was awesome. And we say goodbye to so many legends. Then in the portal, who's out here? No one even really that interesting. So let's say we just get to actually, we didn't do any recruiting. Yeah, this series is over now because we didn't do any recruiting. The team's going to be finished. So let's just advance. I want to see if any of those other players got drafted, like Noah Guy or Brooks Stevens. I'll just take a minute, and then I just want to see where they went, and then I'll end off the series. Yeah, fun times. College Hockey 26, great game. I like it. Things to be fixed from the beginning, and they were fixed. Things were patched and updated as the game went on. So shout out and credit to the dev who's still putting out more updates and stuff like that. He has a Discord server. He has a subreddit. That is a good growing community as well, which I would imagine I could see getting to as big as HLM someday. Or in the same category, you know? Creating new season. Yeah, just the time that things take will be an update in the future. Yeah, we achieved our goals. Well said. We achieved our goals. They should buy EA. I think it's just one person, so I don't think they can buy EA. I'm excited for the next one. Could rebuild the gutter team to please Waddle. Yeah, there you go. We can win after maybe 16 to 18 years. All right, so our prestige goes to 99 prestige. Woo! So after 5 years, we build from 70 to 99 prestige. Alumni. Let's see. Noah Guy is a 6th round pick to Utah. And who else just graduated? Brooks Stevens, a 7th round pick to Tampa Bay. Joshua Smith, 7th round pick to Detroit. Anyone else just go? Clemens, undrafted signing by Columbus. That's so cool. I forget who's new, though. I wish I could tell you what year that these happened. Drafted, but in what year? So our program produced 1 first rounder, 2 6th rounders, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 7th rounders. 1, 2, 3, 4 undrafted NHLers who made it. So 4 plus, what was that? Did I say 7? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 players from our program were drafted by or signed by an NHL team. And looking at our history finally, Stevens should have been a first rounder. Yeah, crazy that he wasn't. Penn State won. North Dakota were the runners up. Yeah, so UConn, we beat Wisconsin. So Wisconsin won in 2027, then lost to us in 2029. We won in 2029, lost to Penn State in 2028, who won in 2030, and beat North Dakota, who won in 2026. 99 prestige feels like a nice way to end it. Well said. That's a nice little bow on this on our mini series. Dynasty board, yeah, 1 title. So we're third, and in those 5 years, we were the 3rd best team because 1 title and 3 Final Fours. It was between North Dakota, UConn, and Wisconsin as the 3 best teams of the last 5 years. Career leaders: Dennis Cooper, the best player we ever saw in this whatever. Can you see where he went to get drafted? Not even. 208 points. Team history. Yeah, our winning a season, 29 wins. Head-to-head records, program records. Joe Gibbs with the most points in our program's history of these 5 years, 124 points in 115 games. Henry, 122 and 135. Stevens, 121 and 151. Landon Bright, 107 and 109. Weston Sharp, 93 and 107. Then it drops off 2 guys who haven't played full yet, like Odom, 66 and 68. Bond, 70 and 7 and 92. And awards. No, we can't just look at our team, eh? No. All right. Got it. Joe Gibbs, the Data Hall of Fame. Love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. This was a fun 3-episode mini-series. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments or in the Discord server. What do you think about College Hockey 26? Do you want to see more live streams or episodes? What would it be? I'm very open to seeing what the future could be between ourselves and College Hockey 26. I've spoken with the dev. I have a solid relationship professionally with him. So I'd love to see what could be worked out as time goes on, as the game gets better. So I appreciate you being here for the series. We'll be live again on Friday evening. Red Wings coming your way on Friday, and then Bruins Friday night. And that's about it for now. Keep an eye on the Discord server and the schedule that's there for all of the ongoing date changes or whatever might be coming your way. And that's about it. Glad you liked it. Appreciate the love. Thanks for being here as well on this Wednesday evening. Have a great rest of your night and to your week. We'll talk on Friday. Let's go Huskies, national champions, 2 visits to the final, 3 Final Fours, a lot of things to be proud of. I think we did what we set out to do with the Huskies. Now, where will the Winds take GM or Chancellor or Dean Data next with his team? Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a great rest of your night and take care.